Three, two. Alright, welcome back everybody. It has been a minute, or weeks, you know, time. It's funky. But last we left off in our fun little adventure here. You guys were hanging out at the little stop where you guys decided to hang out, the Emerald Loop Caravan stop, where you guys shortly before parted ways with your bardic friend Greenie and met a new person named Pell, who has a very strong bond with his horse. You guys woke up that morning and headed towards Bazozan. On the road, you met some folks who said they were tax collectors protecting the roads, which you knew to be false, but you paid them off anyway. And you guys, after a few days and a few random experiences, made your way into Bazozan, where you basically immediately ended up getting into combat with multiple ropers who had, or not ropers, gibbering mouthers, who had made their way into the city. And with the help of the head of the military here, Varen Thalis, you guys were successful in defeating them. You did lose a few soldiers, and unfortunately Naf's horse was turned to, well, nothing but a lower jawbone. But after the end of that combat, Varen said that he wished for you guys to make it to the infirmary, and that he will lead you there, or he can meet you there, whichever is your preference. So where we are at right now, you guys have just completed combat, and Varen said it's probably a good idea to make your way to the infirmary so that he can check on his on his soldiers, and you guys can recover any damage you may or may not have taken, since none of you really took any damage that wasn't temporary hit points. But it's up to you. You don't have to follow him there, but you are pretty much able to go wherever you want.
I remember last time I had a shopping spree I wanted to go on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want to do still.
Okay. So you want to go shopping in Bazozan here. Actually, I'll just kick you guys to the map of Bazozan so you can kind of see what the city itself looks like. Alright, so this is the entirety of the city, and here we'll do so this was the gate where you guys came in. You guys saw up at the very top up here, you saw Betrayer's Rise, which is it's, let me find the actual description of it. I may have posted it before. But it's basically the main feature of Bazozan in a way. Let me find it here. It's somewhere. I'll find it. Oh, here we go. It's basically I think you have art. I'm losing my mind. Nope.
I mean, did you ever have it?
Yeah, it's somewhere in here. Player art handouts.
I meant your mind.
Oh, no. I did not have that. That is true. I don't know. I thought there was art. There's not. But yeah, it's basically, Betrayer's Rise is basically the giant evil temple that you guys have heard about. So, you also know that here there are giant what look like smokestacks coming from the middle of the city. Right, well, not really the middle. They are up here. So 2 giant smokestacks coming from this building up here, and you guys are still kind of down in the streets right here. So you guys are like right there, kind of. So where Pell is. So, and you know that. Oh, here's the art that I was looking for that shows Bazozan and Betrayer's Rise. It is. It might actually be in your thing already. It's got a big old picture of the front of Bazozan and Betrayer's Rise in the back.
The thing with the multiple horrifying stone skulls? The
Maybe.
threshold of Betrayer's Rise, guarded by soldiers of the Aurora Watch to keep intruders out and demons in.
There you go.
I got
Layer art handout, chapter 3.
Yep.
Thank
so
you.
if you look at it, there's the giant like cathedral-looking thing with the circles around it in the back there. Here, that's the art I was looking for. You guys should see it. But yeah, that's the front gate and the city, and it kind of builds up. And Betrayer's Rise is that giant cathedral-looking thing in the back. It's a lot further back than what this art shows, just because it's built up so high. It's on the other side of the city and up a cliff basically, but it's like a giant cathedral with big spires everywhere. And you do know that in Bazozan, one of the most prominent features are the town's 2 sacrifice engines, each one being a 30-foot deep pit lined with rows of silver blades.
Oh, gross.
Yes. And you guys just know in general that in bygone days, servants of the Betrayer gods threw mortals into these pits to appease their evil lords. Now the Aurora Watch herds demons and other monsters into them to avoid prolonged battles. So, and those are...
I'm not safe here.
and those are right here. Right here. Yeah, the 2 sacrifice engines.
Wait, so they're just holes with swords in them or something?
Mhm.
What is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're basically big old pits with silver blades in them that with the pull of a lever, the blades turn on and it basically turns into...
Just like a meat grinder?
Like a meat grinder. Yep.
Damn, okay.
So... And they're 30 feet
Can
deep. So...
Can I get really gross ground beef?
To get some mysterious meat.
Probably not, because you'd have to jump headfirst in there.
There's not like a place it comes out of.
No, they just blend it up till it basically becomes liquid, and then it gets absorbed
Slices.
into the earth.
It dices. It makes julienne fries.
It does that.
It's gross.
Not like that.
But yes, he basically said that he is going to head over to the infirmary to check on his folks, which are B3, right there. So.
I feel like if we're getting in good right at the very beginning with a captain of the guard, that might help with our entire endeavor here.
That makes a lot of sense.
So maybe following him right now, then maybe we'll get shopping discounts.
Ooh.
Big brain. Let's do it.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head towards the infirmary?
It may be big brain, but Naf wants his shopping done now.
Okay.
So he's gonna split off.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me a investigation at disadvantage, because you don't really know the city and you're kind of generally paranoid on trying to, talk to strangers.
Okay.
So, do you tell the party where you're going?
Yeah, I'd let them know I'm gonna split off and look for a shop.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait, so sorry, are we, is the guard who we're following, is the hot boy also a part of this?
He kind of told you where he was going, and if you wanted to follow him, you're more than welcome to, but as you guys are kind of standing around talking, trying to figure out, he's just walking. He's heading out to where he's needing to go. He's not waiting around for y'all. He's got business to attend to.
That's valid.
He
He's
pointed
an
you in the
important
direction
hot
of where it is and said, make your way there if you want. So.
Make noise.
Naf, how long do you expect to take?
Um, 30 minutes?
All right, well, perhaps you should meet up with us at the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
All right.
All right. So now, if you start maneuvering your way through town, you kind of end up over here and then up here a little bit. But eventually, you find out that there's only really one place to buy general goods in the town, and ironically, it's actually right beside where
Huh.
you
Oh,
guys are
no!
going.
Oh no, we have
What
to
a-
separate and then walk in the same
What a
direction.
coincidence.
I hate that. I hate it so much.
Oh, the awkward walk to
I
the
it's
infirmary.
so awkward. I consider going invisible with my thing, but I don't.
But
Carrie's actually laughing. This is her kind of humor.
yes, you see him as he makes
Oh
his
no,
way there.
it's
Enjoy your shopping,
super-
Nav.
She's like super
When you-
anxious about it. Like
When you
oh.
find the stores, let us know. Bye. Have a good time.
You make your way up this way, and you find the place where you buy stuff is surprisingly the only inn in Bazozan, and it's called the Ready Room.
Huh.
And you see that it's the one and only structures in the town that doesn't look like a military barracks. It looks like a large barn with a steeply pointed roof looming over the battered structures, kind of near the center of town. Over the double door hangs a sign that bears the tavern's name, the Ready Room, in Undercommon, Orc, Goblin, and in Common. So you can pop on in the Ready Room, and I do have a map for the Ready Room, so I'll
There's
throw
a map.
Well,
Yo.
I made one,
I
so
just
I'll
is
throw it.
Oh.
Windbeaten gonna be there? That's all I want.
Alright, so let me
For the
let
ready
me
room.
do one of these bad boys. Wham. So you're in the Ready Room now. Alright, so the other
Oh.
the other three of you
Oh.
yes. The other three of you, so we'll come over to back to you in a
Oh.
second. So the three of you make it towards the infirmary. Three buildings on the perimeter of the central square have doors marked with a symbol of a hand alight with magic, identifying them as places of healing. When you go into one of these three buildings, you see that the walls are lined with shelves that hold old books and medical supplies, and the floor is crammed with narrow cots. There's a small office in the back with its door ajar, and the air reeks of medicinal poultices. And as you're inside, you see that there is a drow priest chatting with a younger female drow whose Aurora Watch armor and satchel are kind of stacked nearby. And you see that filling out most of the infirmary beds are wounded patients, with most of whom are currently asleep. And you see that the drow, when she notices you all walk in, kind of bids adieu to the younger drow that she was speaking with and walks up to the three of you and says, "Hello, I'm Baltha Dur. Are you guys okay? Or how's your health? It's really why people come here. Do you need healing? How are you feeling?"
I mean, I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I'm fine. I didn't really get any injuries.
Oh,
I also am just fine. We were following what was his name? She turns to the rest of the party. The watch captain.
oh, you mean Captain Thelis?
Yes,
Yes.
Thales.
Yep. He was here. He actually just stopped in for a couple of minutes to check on his soldiers. But he had some other business he said he wanted to attend to. He just, whenever there's a battle or combat or any of his soldiers gets hurt, he feels it's his obligation to come and personally check on all of them. But he knows they're in the best of hands here. So he actually just came in, only stopped in for a couple of minutes, and then he went out the back and he headed back down to the barracks. He's quite a busy man, but he did say that if I saw you, to attend to any wounds you may have, and then if you wish to meet with him, which he hopes you do, to go to the barracks at some point later on today after doing whatever you wish to do throughout the town. You can explore, kind of get to know the place, and then meet with him.
So he does want to meet with us.
Yeah, yes. He said, come and find him once you guys have acclimated yourself to the town, but it's not an
I see.
immediate rush.
I see.
But he is a very busy person. He
Of
does
course.
have lots of things to do every day. So.
Of course. Thank you.
Hmm. What are
Well,
the three of yours passive perceptions?
9.
17.
Okay.
12.
All right. Yeah. So with well, it was 10. You guys see that she is wearing a strange pin on her cloak, and so oh no, and Carrie, you guys can roll religion checks if you want to see if you know what it
yes,
is.
please. Ugh.
Do you wish to roll a religion check? Oh no.
Oh, I mean, I'm real bad at it. Oh, I'm not real bad at it.
So, you.
I guess I should have said that before I rolled.
You notice the pin that she's wearing. It's the shape of a black wing. It's you know it to be the holy symbol. I'm gonna post this in here so you can read it because it's gonna. There's no way you're gonna spell most of these words right. Attached to her cloak is the holy symbol of Zalakis, who you remember through your studies with, or not quite studies, but through your adventures with the Brigade, being a legendary solar, kind of like a celestial being, who served as the right hand of Coralon, the Archheart, before falling in the Calamity. So here is.
Now I'm super embarrassed that I did not do well on that roll.
That's the pit. So, but you know that as you've kind of studied a little bit. So she kind of takes notice of you just staring at her pin and goes, "Oh, you know Zalakis?"
I mean, I've heard of them, I guess, but I'm not exactly a worshiper myself, but I've heard of them.
Well, not a lot of people are who aren't from around here, so that's interesting.
I mean, I've met a lot of really weird, strange people in my life, and I've traveled around a little bit with the, with the brigade, and I've met a few people from various walks of life, so it's not uncommon.
Is this a local figure, a local deity?
Um, well, Coralon the Archart is they are the deity of the arcane magic in the Fae.
Oh yes.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, they're the ones who created the first elves. They're considered the mother and father of all the elves, and many other and centaurs also believe them to be their creator. They spread magic and pretty much throughout the land. They raised forests. They are often Coralon themselves are depicted as impossibly graceful and beautiful, but this Zalakis was their right hand, but
Oh.
yes, she got injured quite badly in the calamity, and she lost her ability to fly, see, or leave this plane so badly that even the gods could not restore them to her. It took her over 100 years to recover enough power to move again. And during that time, she just kind of laid like a statue, motionless in the graying wildlands covered with vegetation. She did, however, once able to move again, was able to wander around Wildemount, trying to repair some of the damages from the calamity, and prevent future destructive conflicts. And so, kind of, to aid in this, her followers are granted additional powers to kind of help try to prevent future conflict and to heal those who conflict has befallen and injuries have befallen. Um, and being a solar, she is she's the highest rank of angels that's known um, in this world. So, and she is blind, so she doesn't really ever see the world anymore. She does wear bandages over her eyes, but like like Zalicus, I strive to heal, which is why she kind of taken her appearance more. She is wearing priestly garments and robes. I do my best to heal the wounded and any casualties that we may have. I don't approve of the reclamation efforts of Bazozan, as it's needlessly causing more casualties and destruction than I believe is needed, but I do support the fact that we're trying to hold back the forces of the Abyss. I think the Kreen Dynasty, the military here, is causing all these casualties, and there's not really a lot to show for it, but it is my job to keep people safe and alive, and so as long as I don't burn through all of my magic for the day, I will freely heal and bring those back from the brink of death as much as I can. So,
You mean the Kryn? You will.
yeah, their military presence here is, I don't think it's really helpful. They cause a lot of problems, and they don't have a lot of success. So,
You this is OC. You said reclamation. Do we know what's going on in Bazazan that she would be referring to?
the reclamation project of they're trying to basically, from the little bit that you guys do know of it, they're basically trying to retake all of Betrayer's Rise and kick out everyone that's followers of um, the religions that are up there. So the Korean are basically trying to retake it to be their city when it really isn't necessarily their city in the weird way.
Gotcha.
The military, anyway.
Okay.
So,
And would we have heard what religions are up there, who they're fighting against?
pretty much you just know from right now that the Betrayer's Rise is a place where the Betrayer gods use demons to defend that fortress against the prime deities. But that's pretty much all you know.
Okay.
You haven't actually been in there. So.
Right. What's pardon me, what do you suppose would happen if the Kryn were not fighting? What would happen to Bazazan?
I think it would have the chance to grow and to prosper and to, actually be a gem in the desert. To be the city in Jorhas that could rival the capital and could actually, not be a terrible place to live.
That
Wait,
sounds
what makes
much
it a terrible
preferable.
place to live?
Have you seen
I mean,
the
there's people
sacrifice?
living here.
Have you seen the sacrifice engines?
I mean, does that actively affect your lives besides walking past it?
Sometimes people get thrown in them.
But I mean, people get punished somehow for doing things, don't they?
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think we should just throw people in sacrifice engines, personally.
I mean, neither do I. I think that everyone deserves a chance at redemption, but I mean, what makes that any different than, places that do hangings or burn people at the stake or any other sorts of capital punishment sort of things?
Ideally, we could just eliminate that, but that's beyond my powers.
I think that there are certainly some punishments that seem more unnecessarily cruel than others. And I think I would agree with you that the sacrifice engines are high on that list.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of things in Betrayer's Rise from what I've heard that's, well, that aren't necessarily good for the city. I understand why the military are here and what they're trying to do. They're trying to protect us, but I think them being here is causing more people to die than need to die. But there are planar portals around that are threatening the city and eventually probably the world. So I understand what they're doing. Um, I don't agree with the way they're going about it, but the ends justify the means is an argument I've heard one too many times. So.
What is it? What is it that they are doing? Are they attempting to close the portals?
From what I've heard, they're trying to find, and there's some magicians somewhere trying in the city. I don't know who specifically, that are trying to find and seal these rifts. Um, but I don't know for sure. I try and keep my nose in the business of keeping people healed and keeping them alive. Um, so I don't know too much about that, unfortunately. There may be some other folks who might, but I don't know if you've met them or you've heard of them, but there are a couple folks who are somewhat strange to the city who came in here a few days ago, that might be helpful to you.
I think we would be grateful for anything you could tell us.
Yeah. There are two people. They both came in for care, and they didn't seem to be together. They came independently of each other, and I've never seen either of them before, but their names are, one of their names is Prolix Yusuf, and the other one is Aloysia Telfin. They both came in for some medical care in the past week. It looks like, well, Aloysia, she came because she was hurt. She seems to be reckless, and she went to Betrayer's Rise. Well, she went by herself, which was not a good idea. She thinks, well, I think that her obsession with going there is gonna lead to no good end. Alicia was injured because she tried to go into the Rise alone, but now she's looking for mercenaries, apparently, to help go back there. So, maybe if you guys do mercenary work or anything like that, you might run into her. She might run into you, and she might try and pay you, but I warn you, I would not recommend going into Betrayer's Rise. Not much good comes out of there.
And to the other?
They just came in they kept themselves mainly. They seemed like they were a student of the arcane in a way, probably middle to later age. I don't quite remember for sure, but they were just generally feeling unwell. So they came in for some medical attention. They managed to get themselves poisoned, so I cast Lesser Restoration on them to cure them. I think they ate some bad food. Food poisoning will get you when you least expect it. So.
I mean, if you don't cook your food well, you can't take care of people, and people are gonna get sick. It's just how it happens.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with them. They came in and they were not doing well. So a few hours of rest and a Lesser Restoration later, and they were pretty much right as rain. But they kept to themselves primarily. They made a donation of 5 gold and just kind of went on their way, and they said they had more business to attend to. So.
I'm just curious, what kind of leadership is in this town? Is it like a military dictatorship? Because that's sort of what I'm getting at right now.
Yeah, it's a military outpost, that's locked in. So basically, the little bit I know of what's in Betrayer's Rise is there's a lot of bad stuff in there, and this city, being a military outpost currently, they are trying to fight that back, but also take over the Rise, which is what's adding to the casualties. So they're trying to defend and attack, while at the same time keeping us protected from, the weird demon creatures that appear, such as the ones that you guys fought.
Yeah.
So.
Do you know, like, who's behind all this? Like, who's organizing it?
I mean, the commander of the town's defenders you've already met, Tascand Varen Velas. But there are multiple different factions in the city. You'll have to reach out and find them. Like I said, I don't put any preference or favoritism to who receives my capable healing. If you're hurt and you come for assistance, I will provide you with that assistance. That is what I do. I don't take preference over one or the other.
I don't know if you would know the answer to this, but I was just wondering if we hadn't been there in the right place at the right time, would there have been more soldiers that would have come? I mean, it's not like we didn't get a scratch on us, so it wasn't clearly that dangerous. But I mean, it wasn't exactly easy to do either.
There probably would have been more soldiers. I don't know, because there were multiple battles happening at once throughout the city. So, I mean, honestly, the task hand probably could have taken them all down, given enough time and space and distance to do it. But, I can't say for sure. I would assume so, but I don't know.
It does sound as if closing the portals would be useful.
Yes, for sure. Let me ask you this. Oh no, the jewel that you wear that you got back in the first city, and you've been wearing it. Do you keep it so that it's seeable? I can't remember, or is it kind of hidden?
I do not. I keep it like you can see that I'm wearing a chain, but you can't see the. If that's possible, I think that's what I've said in the past.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to clarify because I couldn't remember. So.
Yeah, no, I don't just like have it out in the open boom, bitches got a vestige.
Come rob me.
Yeah,
Do
right?
it.
That just seems dumb.
Well, if there's anything else I can try and help you with, I'll be more than willing to assist you. I was told there were 4 of you I should be looking for, and I only seem to find 3. Is your
We went
fourth?
shopping.
He's fine.
He doesn't actually seem to like us very much.
Sometimes the best of friends don't actually like each other.
Deep.
Words of wisdom, man.
Oh no, like kind of scowls at the new guy that she doesn't really like very much, and then.
See, you're fulfilling that part right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
I have some little healing myself. Is there anything I can do to help right now to thank you for taking the time to tell us about the town, about what is happening?
I don't have anything in particular, but I think that there is one of the injured did ask me to do them a favor that I know I won't be able to go to because I have so many injured soldiers to attend to, but if you're willing to help them, that would be a favor to me.
What did they need?
She's actually right over here, and she kind of points you towards a wounded member of the Aurora Watch who kind of just like, you see as the priest kind of says she's over here, she kind of puts her head up and just kind of very weakly raises her hand.
I will go over.
As you go over, you see that her body is covered with many, many wounds that she received in the Gibbering Mouther attack. She weakly salutes all of you, and then says, "Can you please just hand me my satchel? It's just out of my reach." And she
That's what she needs help with.
Yeah. Well, no, but she can't
Not
reach
Easy
it.
enough.
Right.
I'm on it.
As you hand it to her, she like ruffles through it for a second, and she pulls out a small tiger's eye carving of a rabbit with her name carved into the bottom, and her name being Naven Tashith, Tacith, that Tacithar. Jesus, my mouth got all kind of tongue-tied there. Naven Tacithar. Um, I was planning on taking this to the Wall of the Unforgotten, and placing the trinket there. Can you do it for me?
I would be happy.
Where is that?
Um,
Is it in the city?
Yes, it's in the.
Oh,
It's
okay.
actually not too far from here. If you leave and just kind of walk across the city center, you'll see that there is just a big wall. And if you look to where B6 is on the map, there's actually a wall right there.
Mhm.
That's
yeah.
where it is. Yep.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude or
No.
nothing. I just
No,
you didn't want to accidentally commit to going to the other side of the world for
no,
this.
you're
It's just
fine.
out of my ignorance.
I didn't assume you were from here. I've never seen you before, so. But yes, if you could, ouch! She kind of coughs up a little bit of blood and kind of like withdraws a little bit.
She's
If you could place that
working that
there,
thing.
that would be great.
Of course. I will take it.
Thank you. She hands you the tiger's eye little statue. So as she hands that to you,
Is it magic and cool?
uh, you can roll
I have no way of knowing.
an
I have
investigation
absolutely
check.
no.
Sure, sure.
I have absolutely no way of knowing.
It's just a standard little tiger's eye carving of a rabbit with her name
Oh.
on it. It looks very pretty though.
Tiger's eye is in the stone, not
Yeah.
the eye of the tiger. It
No.
knows the trail of the
No.
fight. Okay,
No,
that makes way more sense. Never mind. Continue.
She's not Adrian or Rocky. She ain't got that going for her.
Disappointing.
It's
Right.
from a Rakshasa.
But yes, so she hands this to you and kind of points in the direction where it is. So, as you guys leave, let me kick over to Mr. Naff, who is
Shoot
in-
shop.
All right, so I'm gonna have to drag the whole thing over, so you guys might be able. You guys actually will probably just see black, to be perfectly honest. Well, no, you'll all be here, but
Awesome.
maybe I don't know. Do you guys see black? Do you guys see the inn?
I see black.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do, just so you guys can see it, so that you're not just hanging out, not doing.
That's what I was doing.
anything. Well, yeah, you were seeing stuff. You at least had something to look
You're
at.
just vibing.
Well, no, just so they're not stuck in just the black. Here, you guys are just gonna be chilling here. You're not actually here. This is just so you don't have to look at a black screen. All right, so Naf, you walk into this ready room, and you hear there's different people here. I only put a relatively small amount of tokens in here, but there are other people kind of here just sitting around, kind of maneuvering through this inn. It looks like an inn as well as a tavern and a shop. And you see back behind the bar in the kitchen, there are two drow who look to be related. Who look like they're the ones operating the business here. They're slinging foods and drinks. Yes, they are. They're slinging drinks and food, and you see that they have like regular day-to-day traveling goods and whatnot for sale. So.
All right. Well, I will walk up and wanting to purchase things. First on the shopping list is some fleece.
You just want some fleece, eh? All right. How much you
Fleece.
want?
Don't get fleeced.
Just like a handful.
All right. That's gonna be 10 silver.
Hey, so wow, I actually have silver. Oh my god. And I would like some wood carver's tools.
Let me go check the back, see if we got it. Hold on one second. You see that she hops on like one of those dumb waiters and just like goes to the basement and comes back up with an arm full of just stuff, and just like dumps a bunch of tools on the counter in front of you. And she's like, "I got tools. I got lanterns. I got shovels. I got small ladders. I got other things. I got this, and this. There's some woodcarver's tools. I don't know how much they cost in the PHB.
I don't know either. Something.
Well, look it up, and it's 100% more than that.
Wood carver. Hold on.
Damn.
Wood carver's tools. 1 gold.
So she says 2 gold.
That is fine. I will do that. And how much are rooms?
Let's see. It's 2 silver per night, and it's more of a cot than a room situation. So, there's gonna be like 6 cots in your room. So, just so you know. And no, there's not rooms that are just for one person. We don't do that here. You get what you get, and that's what you get.
I don't like that.
You ain't gotta stay here. I ain't paying for you to stay. So if you want to stay, give me money. If not, get out. I don't really care. I got a business to run, sir.
See, well, I said that out of character.
She
read your mind.
She read your face.
Insight check. She did an insight check.
Yes, she did.
Like 1 room, 6 beds.
Mhm. Now you can buy all the beds if you want to. That's up to you. But either way, it's 12 silver a room for the bedding in the room. So. You see that?
How much is it for all 6?
12. That's the math.
Silver?
2 times 6, 12. Yes, sir.
Um.
You see that her, the other drow goes to the back, and then he comes back with a big old plate of food, and he says, "Order up," and just like throws this plate of food onto the bar over here, and somebody comes over and grabs it. It's got meat, it's got breads, it's got root vegetables, and some cheeses. Prima, you almost done? I need more help. He says
This shit is gold and silver. I have 1 silver.
10 silver to 1 gold.
So okay, so I'll just give a gold as I'm going to buy the room and all the beds as I like my privacy. 2 of my allies may be allowed into the room.
Not the
One
new
of
guy.
them may have to sleep on the streets.
Not there yet. Okay, I got it.
All right. Anything
Wow.
else you want while you're here?
Yes, Naf. Naf is actually just gonna take a seat at a table. Bring out his spell book and try and spontaneously learn a spell.
All right. What level?
3rd.
All right. DC 13 Intelligence saving throw to see if you learn it. If you fail it, it's 3d10 psychic damage unresistible.
It's too bad nobody's there to cast
Understandable.
guidance on you.
You fail, and so
Guidance doesn't work on saves, doesn't it?
nope.
Oh,
So
no, it doesn't.
you're gonna
Never mind.
immediately take this much psychic damage. 20 psychic damage as you try and
Oh,
learn, and
Yo!
That's fine. I have a single temporary hit point to take some of it.
Oh,
Damage. That's your
oh.
That's actually not a lot for me.
yes, it's.
What?
Yeah.
I have 45 health,
Tanky
dude.
wizard or something?
I have 45 health.
What the fuck?
I have more health than you do in Curse of Strahd, and I'm several levels down.
There's no running, that's for sure.
Damn.
I have a 19 Constitution.
What's up, Alex?
Yeah, you have a lot of HP. A lot of HP. So, well, you can try it as many times a day as you want until you pass it.
Yeah, I could.
Just pass out on the table like a drunk. We're like, oh, Nav.
Dude's just bleeding from his.
It's very tempting. Oh god, it's very tempting.
Do it. Do it now.
Do it.
I'm gonna drink a healing potion and then try it again.
Go for it.
Oh,
Die.
All right. Oh, that's a bad roll. 4.
Oh,
All right, so you get
no.
4 HP, and you're able to certainly try it again. That's an intelligence saving throw. If it's the same level, DC. 13.
Same level.
DC 13.
Come on. That's much better.
You learned it that time. What spell were you learning?
I will message it to you.
Sounds good to me. So yeah, you you think about it and you're trying to you're like doing a magical incantation over your book, and then something just like somebody down here in the corner from this group just like spills a drink or someone's getting upset, and it just breaks your focus for a split second, and the arcane energy just
I
wham,
bet it was Shaggy.
probably. And so
Um,
brain blasts, and then the second time around, you're like, I got this. I know what the crap I'm doing.
I
I'm smart.
can't remember if you let me or not last time, but I insta learn, insta replace?
Yeah.
Like learn it and then unprepare a spell to prepare this immediately with the learning.
Yes.
Okay, I am doing that, kind sir.
Okay.
I almost
Anything?
deleted the spell.
Yeah, don't do that. Anything else you want to do while you're in here? Or are you just waiting for your folks, or what's your plan?
He is going to. He lied. He's not going back to the infirmary. He's gonna go up to his room though.
Okay. You're just gonna roll up into your room. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll just say you're up here in that room. Cool. All right. So, you just go in there and you lay down because you definitely have a headache now. Cool. All right. So we'll go back out to Bazozan here. I'll do one of these just so you're up here with them and you can see the streets of Bazozan. So you guys walk past and you see that Naf hasn't come out of the inn yet, just assuming that he's probably still shopping. But what you guys want to do?
Head for the Wall of the Unforgotten.
Okay. Alright, so you guys, it's not a very far walk. It's just across the town, the middle of town, and right here. And as you guys approach, you see a stretch of stone wall is carved with names and wreathed in dried flowers, silver necklaces, and ropes weighted with good luck charms. The ground near the wall is cluttered with trinkets left there as offerings. A drow of the Aurora Watch prays near a corner of the wall. You see that this wall seems to be a memorial site for the soldiers of the Aurora Watch. It's covered with names, mostly scratched into the surface with knives. And as you kind of approach and you're looking for a spot to place this carving, you see that there is a drow, another priest-like character, kneeling and kind of praying at the wall. This drow looks a little older than the one you just interacted with. They seem to have many scars on their otherwise handsome face. You also see, as they get up from the praying position, they kind of take a second, and as you look, you see running down their left leg is an intricate prosthetic carved from chitinous black rock and ringed with bands of purple pale light. As he rises and sees you, he says sternly, "Be respectful. They have earned their rest, and they deserve to have that rest honored."
Of course.
That's understandable. Okay.
We have been tasked to bring this. Is there a particular way we should place it?
Oh.
Or a prayer we should say?
I'm very sorry. You're not wearing Aurora Watch colors. I did not. Well, normally we only get Aurora Watch at this memorial site for them, so I apologize for my gruffness in meeting you.
No, not at all. This is on behalf of Navin Tassithor.
Okay. Well, my name is Kalim. I am currently the watcher and caretaker of this site, but that carving, it's become sort of a recent practice taken up by some of the younger members of the Aurora Watch when they don't think they're going to live long enough to make any friends that will hold a memorial for them. they arrange to have a keepsake of theirs placed by the wall in their honor. Kind of like a future memorial to themselves, as they don't believe they'll have anyone that will miss them when they're gone. If they don't have friends, that's if they don't have any friends, they don't get any memorial services. So this newer practice that is starting to take hold in the Aurora Watch is that of they don't think they're going to live long enough to make long-lasting bonds, so they place something to have themselves remembered by in the wall or in front of the wall.
Are you saying that the Aurora Watch doesn't, like, take care of their own in that way? Like, remember each other?
Yes, but the newer members of the Aurora Watch aren't living long enough to make those bonds that you would miss someone.
Is this because that the danger here has become more than it used to?
Yes.
Would you say?
Yes, there has been more things leaking out of the Betrayer's Rise, and more evil creatures appearing in the city, such as the ones you saw earlier. It's sad to say that some of the combatants who fought those gibbering mouthers in the different spots of town earlier are not alive, and I'm sure there are folks that will not miss them because they didn't have anybody. The Aurora Watch is known for taking those who enlist optionally, but also enlisting those who don't have families or really homes, and they kind of take them in and very quickly give them tools with which to fight, whether or not they're trained well or not. They kind of throw them in, and they say good luck, and it's becoming more of a problem, and people can't miss who they don't know. So.
Oh, that is bleak.
You're correct. Excuse me for just a couple of minutes. And he walks over to another couple of folks who are having a small little memorial service, and he kneels down to pray with them for a couple of minutes. And he stands back up again, and you see that he hugs the two people who he prays with, and they're crying, and they kind of leave to go wherever it is that they're going, home likely. And he comes back. Says, it's not often that people have people who don't really have friends, have anything brought on their behalf. So I'm glad that you were able to help out this member of the Aurora Watch. Hopefully they survive, but if they're placing this token here, they must know that their end is nearer rather than further. But I think you doing a service like this for them, the three of you should be thanked. And as such, I would like to bestow upon you a gift if you are welcome to it.
Well, I would be honored. I feel that all we have done is walk down the street. But if you feel
If all it takes is to be honored, is to be nice to somebody and honor their life, I'm not really sure if we really deserve anything.
Well, you've done much more than that. By bringing this statue to help remember Naven by, you have basically ensured that they will never be forgotten, and that they have something here that can commemorate their life in such a way.
I'd like to just like point at some like random thing on the wall and be like, well, who's that for?
That, as they kind of look at it and stare for a second. There you go. Well, let's take a look. And they turn it around, and you see that there was a name, but it's very faded, and the back of it just says Schmeltwater, but you can't really see any first name as it's kind of faded out. This item does look quite old. I don't know specifically who this is, but their name will live on. At least their surname will.
Until it doesn't.
Until it doesn't.
the gods will remember, the stars will remember.
Sadly, everything is eventually lost to history. the best we can do is help someone feel they're remembered for now, and for a little while, then we've done our jobs, and we've honored what they treasure. But um, here, and he kind of taps each of you on the head, and you feel a little bit of magic kind of pour over you as like a flash of silver light, kind of.
I'd like to imagine that I've just been booped.
Yep, you've basically been booped on the forehead, and a little flash of silver light comes out of your head, and you, as it kind of comes out of each of your foreheads, and you think for a second, it's like you're seeing yourselves perform an action, and then side by side, almost like you're seeing a different outcome out of each eye, you see a secondary outcome of the same action different. Like, one of them is a failure and one of them is a success in what you were trying to do, and he grants each of you a mote of possibility.
Mode of possibility. That's what I was hoping you were describing.
Yes.
I can now basically have 4 luck points.
Yes. So basically, this is what the mode of possibility does. It only lasts for 24 hours.
I'm
or
4
once it's
times
finished.
lucky in the next 24 hours.
Yes. So basically, you get to reroll any d20. An attack roll. No, this one is saving throw and attack roll is all this one can be used for. But you have to use the new roll, and it vanishes in 24 hours. So.
Gotcha.
Um,
Beautiful.
Is there anything else I can help you with right now? Or what's your plan? Are you planning on staying and praying at the wall, of which I can assist you with, or do you have other tasks to move forward with today?
I feel that a prayer for those who perhaps do not have those to remember, as you mentioned, it's perhaps would be taken all right.
Absolutely.
Do you
But of
mind
course,
who we
and
pray to? Does it matter?
No, it does not. Whoever you feel comfortable with.
I feel like in my stuff somewhere, I don't actually think this is like actually in my inventory, but I'd like to bullshit that in my inventory I have some sort of like piece of paper with some sort of symbol of Saren Ray, because that's who I like. It's not like a actual symbol of Saren Ray, but it's like my shitty doodle of Saren Ray, and I pull it out, and I would like to sort of pray for the redemption of this shitty town and system.
Yep.
I went from,
absolutely.
why is this town shitty? Capital punishment is normal, to, no, fuck this.
Yeah, you can 100% do that. Anybody who wants to do anything religious, feel free to roll me religion checks.
Okay.
With advantage, because you are...
Is praying something religious?
It can be.
Like, is
if
that
you...
something we need to roll religion?
No, I mean, if you want to... If you just want to pray, you can do that. But if you're pulling out something specific and kind of praying with a specific goal or strong feeling towards a god, something might happen if you roll high enough. That's all. That's all. You can't fail at praying. How about that?
Yeah, that's
Critical
what I'm
failure,
like,
God.
Am I gonna
gods,
be
fuck all
impolite to
y'all.
my god or something?
Smite. Diarrhea for a month. Smite.
My god's just like really short tempered or something. Doesn't have time to deal with this bullshit.
Yes, not today.
You're bothering me again? Oh my god.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, with an 18, you feel a stronger sense of connection. You don't necessarily get like any response or any like specific outlandish sign from Saren Ray, but you do feel like you're being heard. So, as you pull that out, and you feel like you do feel like you have an inspiration to the next time you attempt to draw a symbol of her, it might be better.
Ooh, a less shitty doodle of Saren Ray.
A less crappy doodle of Saren Ray. And
Yeah, it also sort of reminds her that, like, oh, maybe she should get, like, an actual symbol of Saren Ray at some point, but, like...
Cooking with Saren Ray. Put it on your cookbook.
Oh my god.
It's all about grilling.
It's all about grilling
Yeah.
salmon.
Yeah.
And yes, with a 12, you can pray to your goddess or your deity as well. No problems, and kind of the same thing. You feel like you're being heard. So, all right. So Naf is still just snoozing up in the room, hanging out. The three of you.
I
Three, four,
whispered
four.
you
Yeah,
something. I don't know if you saw it.
yeah, I saw it. I thought I responded, but I guess I did not. Yeah, you can do that. Yes. Cool. So you're up there for a bit. The three of you, the four of you, I guess, what are you planning on doing? What's your goal?
I want to go back to name I've forgotten.
The one in the
Naven.
hospital.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I want to go.
I want to do that too.
Yeah, I need to go be her friend for a little bit, or be their friend. I actually forget the gender. I need to go
Made
and
me depressed, man.
I need to go hear their story and let their story
Aw.
live on through us.
Okay.
So I just want to go hang out with them. That's all I want to do.
Okay, so you go back to the infirmary to find Naven.
I also want to do that. If Ono is
He's gonna
cool
be
with me
dead
going with you.
there.
If they're dead, I kill someone. No, I won't. Yeah, I think I would say that that's what my plan was, and if you said you wanted to do that too, I would not say no.
Okay.
I would be a little bit like, but I am convinced not to like you. Why would you do a nice thing? But like, no other reason than that would have anything to say.
Okay. All right. So are you going with them, Carrie, or are you going somewhere
I
else?
would actually like to ask Kaleem a quick question.
Yeah,
But if you
absolutely.
want to do
No,
their thing first, that's
You're
fine.
good. What is your question for Colleen?
I would just like to ask Kaleem if they know anything about the efforts to close the portals in the city.
I don't specifically, but there are other people through the town who might. I will say there is a newer but strange person who is who's taken up residence at the dilapidated temple on the west side of the city. They may be of help. Um, they call themselves Foghome. They are a gardener of sorts. They are hard to miss, as they are of giant blood. So they may have more information for you, but I don't specifically know. My main priority is taking care of this wall and all those who come before it. So.
When you say strange,
Oh, there aren't many people that are of his lineage around here. That's all.
I see. And what is this temple?
It is.
It is not the same as the Betrayer's Rise.
No. There is a Well, it was once a flourishing spiral-shaped temple. It just kind of fell into disrepair, as those who were tending to it they were either driven out or slain. It really just depended on the day, by the demons. But I've heard this Foghome character has turned it into an indoor farming plot to grow vegetables that don't require sunlight.
Greenhouse.
But he seems to
I'm
be
not there. Sorry.
He seems to be a person of religious affiliation as well, one with the earth. That might be someone of which to reach
I
out
see.
to.
And he is known to be working on this problem.
I don't know for sure. You would have to ask him. I haven't spent much time with him. I haven't really got to know him. I just know of him.
I see.
He tends to keep to himself and works more with his gardening that he has over there. He's a very solitary individual most times. I've seen him, but we don't have any sort of relationship other than the occasional nod and the wave and the casual street side small talk. So.
I see. I thank you for your time.
Absolutely. All right. So, Ono and Pell, you guys make your way back to the infirmary. It's been about 40 minutes since you left. Took some time to walk there. You guys spent some time talking and doing your thing, and you came back. And unfortunately, she has passed.
God damn it! I'm gonna like.
Already?
She was not looking great before.
She was not looking great.
No, she had many wounds. As you get back, you see that the priestess is covering her. Baltha Batha says, she unfortunately, my healing magic was not enough to preserve her life force more than the time it took for you to assist her with her quest. She knew it was her time. So
This may seem like really a little bit too like forward, but there's no way that she had like a diary or something that we could use to sort of remember her, get to know her, and like we came over here to try to be with her in her passing, and I just feel like the wall's nice and all, but I don't feel like her memory is living on in people who didn't really care about her.
she did have some personal effects.
I really don't feel like I deserve any of them, but I want to try to give her the memory
no,
that
no,
she deserves.
No. If you're willing to carry on her memory, then I'm sure that would be what she would want. I mean, that's why she gave you the trinket to take to the wall. That is
I
not.
wish we'd spent the time with her instead.
Yeah, but she did. She did have these things, and you see that sitting in a small pile beside her. She's still wearing her armor and whatnot. Bar, like she doesn't have her her like breastplate on, as she had to do some cure wounds to at least like make her wounds, not be open to the world, but she couldn't stop the internal bleeding that she had. So she's got her breastplate at the side there, which has lots of scratches and is very, very beaten. It doesn't look like it was even a new breastplate that they gave her. This thing looks like it's seen many a battle. Like, it probably is one more battle from breaking. It probably didn't do its job very well. There's a short sword also laying there. There is a small little notebook, not the size of like a full journal, but about the size of like the inside of a breast pocket, like the small notebooks that you can get, like the little like scratch pads. It's about that big, and it seems to just be wrapped up and bound with like just a strip of leather to kind of keep it closed. And besides that, there's a small little coin purse there with a few silver and a few copper. But those are all the personal effects, bar the clothing that she's wearing that she had on her.
Does she have any signs that she had a particular religion?
She does not. She does not seem to be wearing any religious paraphernalia.
I mean, I definitely have no right to any of her coin purse, but I would like to take a quick peek at that little notebook and just see if there's anything.
In the coin purse? Or the notebook?
Not that in the notebook. Yeah. I mean, I have no right to her coin purse. That feels like a shitty person thing to do.
If anything, it'll just get donated to a local organization for whatever. But it's not even that much. It's like 3 silver and 7 copper. It's not that much. But the notebook seems to have a few pages written in it. What languages do you speak?
Oh god, I think just Common and Aquan. Oh no, I lied. Common, Celestial, Draconic, and Aquan.
Oh,
wow,
my.
I speak more languages than I thought I did.
I
How did I know these languages?
I speak Elvish, if that does anything.
There's writing, but it's not in a language any of you immediately can understand.
Are we able to identify the type of script? Like, not necessarily the actual language, but I know that like some scripts are like Dwarven script and some scripts are like other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the priest can tell you. Because
Oh, great.
Because she is Drow, she can read it. It's in Undercommon.
Got it.
As she kind of scans it quickly over your shoulder, it looks like a journal of some sort. I'm not going to read into it, as I don't feel it's my business to read other journals, but if you wish to have it translated and use it to try and remember her, that is your prerogative, and I will not judge you for it. I can't get too connected to those that I can't save, because it's a regular occurrence, and if I did that, I would not be able to keep doing my job to help those that I can help, if you understand.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But you are more than welcome to take that if you so choose.
I will take it.
She says
Did she-
judgingly.
Did she tell you anything about herself before she died?
She did not. I knew her name, and that she was with the Aurora Watch, and that she needed to get to that wall, and that she needed help with that, but you guys helped her with that. She has only been here a short time, since the fight with the invaders. So I don't know much about her, unfortunately.
Okay.
You hear from because you guys are basically in that middle building, you hear from one of the other buildings screaming in agonizing pain. She goes, oh, well, I gotta go. And just takes off sprinting towards the building. And you see that her hands are starting to glow as she, like, bolts out of a window and in the next window. Like, this woman is the most athletic priestess you've seen. She's, like, tuck and roll and action dive and rolls up and slides over and, like, cure wounds the crap out of this person to kind of alleviate some of their pain. And then you hear them go to sleep, or at least stop screaming. So, but yeah, you guys have a little journal of Naven, so somebody can add that to their.
I mean, I think I said I took it, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna like fight you for it if you wanted to say that you had it.
No, I'm okay.
So yeah, just put Naven's journal and then text is in undercommon in it.
'Kay.
So. And it's not very full. There's only like 4 to 5 pages that have writing on it, but
Yeah, it's probably like a waste of my time, but like,
it looks
A
like
nice gesture.
yeah, it looks like a little journal of some sort. So, all right. So you guys are there. Anything else in particular you wish to do in the infirmary, or where's your next stop?
I don't need to do anything.
Okay.
I mean, should we just talk to people? Is that something we should do?
oh no, like I don't even know if Ono has knuckles, but like she wants to crack them and be like, talking ain't gonna do any good.
Do turtles have knuckles? Jesus.
I don't know.
That's funny.
Like humanoid turtles can have knuckles. Why not?
I don't know. After that, I just feel like I need to go. I just need to go fight something.
All right.
Just be glad it's not you.
Absolutely. I am incredibly happy.
All right. You guys
Maybe
walk.
she'd like you better if you took a punch.
You guys walk out of there, and you can kind of start to smell it in the air. You more so than Pell immediately, Ono, because you have a heightened sense of taste and smell based on your profession. You can taste this like acrid smell in the air, and you can smell it and you can taste it, and it just tastes disgusting. And as you kind of look, you see coming from up here at B2, you see the two smokestacks are starting to just like billow smoke out of them. And then as you kind of notice that, Pell, you're picking up on just this disgusting taste sitting in the back of your throat, kind of seeping in and up through your nasal canals.
I spit.
Carrie, you're starting to pick it up a little bit now that you're outside. It's just kind of the direction of the air has changed, and now it's blowing generally down into Bazozan from the mountains, and so you're picking up on this acridity in your nose and your mouth as well. Nav, are you still hanging out, or what is your plan after doing what you were doing?
I mean, I don't know how long that takes.
We'll say about an hour total you've been away from the group.
What would he do? That is a good question.
Let me ask you this. Is the window of your room open, or do you have it closed?
It's probably closed.
Okay. You do see, if you look out though, you do see there's some smoke kind of billowing off, but you don't smell or taste anything. It just looks like smokestacks from any industrial city you've ever been to, or where you see people burning things. You can obviously see smokestacks. So
Okay.
We're just standing in the
Um,
street going, Nath said he'd only take half an hour. I wonder where he is.
well, you
Oh, yeah,
know
I
where
guess-
he said he went.
So if it was an hour to do what I wanted, could I have gotten a short rest?
Sure. We'll say from when you went in the building until now it has been an hour, because that's about the time it would have taken from when you guys split, to you guys being in the infirmary the first time, and then back over to the wall, and then back to the infirmary. It's been just shy of 45 to an hour, so that's like short rest equivalent time. So
Cool. So I'm gonna do that.
Where did we leave Carrie?
she kind of stayed behind a little bit talking to the priest at the wall.
Did
But-
we like coordinate with her?
No, you guys just went.
I knew where you were going.
Yeah. So you can make your way towards them if you want to, and if you want, kind of meet them at the outside as they finish up talking to them, if you want to do it that way. Or
Yeah,
you
I
can
stared
head
at
to
the sacrifice engine for a little bit, and then I
yeah.
am coming
The
back.
sacrifice engine is something. That's for sure. All right. So the three of you are back together again, and Naf is still inside. What do you guys want to do?
Look, if Naf ain't gonna hang out with us, do we really need to bring him with us? I thought we asked him if he wanted to be our friend, and he didn't respond. So why is he still here?
Perhaps that is his response. He did not leave.
But he can have the decency to say something.
We do not know what the difficulty is. I feel that we all have.
Oh, maybe you
things that
don't
are-
know how to read. No, he knows how to read.
A wizard who can't read. Just learn spells by picture books. That would be
right.
the best.
Guys, new character idea.
Hieroglyphs.
That's funny.
Exclusively just by pictures.
I'm just now I have to go write a whole book that's like, see spot run, but it's wizard spells.
See magic too.
Wolfgar
Yes.
goes punch.
See fireball go.
Go, Bolt, go! Burn up everything. Burn, burn, burn. Oh no. It is difficult to change overnight. And I think the fact that he is still with us means something. I understand that it is frustrating, though. I often do not know what to do.
Oh no, just like crosses her arms.
Well,
Still better than a
perhaps-
new guy, though.
Sorry? What about the new guy?
Who's still better than a new guy, though.
Yeah,
Perhaps
probably,
we
like,
should
fair.
go. Perhaps we should go see if he's done with his shopping. I'm gonna go see
Fine.
if he's done with his shopping.
Okay. All right. Are you all going back there? Just Carrie.
No, I'm not gonna ditch Carrie.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys make your way to the ready room. And as you guys make your way into the ready room, you guys should be able to just walk on in. Bang! Ready room. You don't immediately see Nuff anywhere, but you do see the two drow working. Also, I picked this music because it has a fun title. Alien Nightclub.
Look who's over in the corner.
Right. So you guys see two drow, kind of, they look like they're related, working the whole bar, kitchen, storefront kind of area at the back. You see four of the five members of the party that you guys raced against back in Jigao. Pell has no idea who those folks are. They don't mean nothing to him.
Yeah.
And then you see this inquisitive-looking tiefling wearing robes and glasses, just kind of sitting at the table.
Sorry, I forgot to say that when we got to Carrie, I would have asked if Carrie speaks Undercommon or if she knows if Knopf does.
Oh,
And like we can say that this happens like as we're like walking
right.
in. But like I would have asked.
I do not, and I don't know if NAF does or not. I don't think we have ever, communally discussed what languages we know.
Yeah, because nobody gonna talk to me about their lives at all. How many times have I tried to ask you guys about what you guys do and what you guys been through? Nobody tells me nothing.
Carrie's standing there just trying to remember when Ono has actually asked stuff about her life.
I mean, she hasn't told you a shit ton about her life, but she has she has tried to be like, so let's go around and say something about ourselves. Or like
Carrie would have said things.
Well, yeah, she's just better at Knopf right now.
Yeah. Okay.
It's one of those times where like she's mad at Knopf and
everything. Yeah.
She's not good at expressing her emotions through things other than anger. This is why she's a barbarian. She needs to learn how to express her emotions through something other than anger. And that's her entire character.
Right. Well, oh no, I apologize if I have not been forthcoming enough. I will try to better.
Wouldn't talk about. Never mind. I would, when I see one of these like drow people, my first thought is like, don't be racist, but maybe they speak Undercommon, and I want to ask them if they would be willing to translate it for me.
Sure, you can run up to them and ask them that if you want.
I'd be like, hey, this might be a little weird, but I was trying to make friends with this dying person, and we were a little bit too late, and this is their diary, and I just wanted to know if I could, I know what it is so that I could know a little more about them, and maybe they're, well, I don't.
So, what you're telling me is you want me to go ahead and...
I don't read Undercommon, and I was wondering, I don't know what sort of...
You want me to decrypt a dead person's personal journal for you? That seems like a very strong invasion of privacy. I'll do it. It's just gonna cost you money.
How much?
A gold a page.
How many pages were there? Like
4.5.
4.5? Great, sold.
All right. Well, give me the money and the journal.
I'll just give him 5 gold.
Great. Here. And they slide you a sandwich.
Oh, nice! I get a free sandwich out of it.
It's not free. You bought it with the other half gold.
I know.
Is
the sandwich any good?
Let's see. If it's over 65, then it's excellent. It's real bad.
I'm gonna grab some of my spices and just like sprinkle it on top, which like feels weird with a sandwich, but like if it doesn't taste good, then my hope is that it'll make it taste better.
It was basically old cheese, bland meat, and stale bread.
This was a 5 silver sandwich.
Yep. It's the only
the
inn
rest
in
of the campaign is Ono taking over this kitchen.
It's literally the only inn in Bazozan. They're gonna charge whatever they want, whether it's good or not. They have no competition here. Ono's new job, open a new kitchen. You are looking at him.
Did someone hurt you?
Yes, but we don't have time for that right now. And she throws the book at her brother. Goes, Darius, translate that. He's like, girl, I'm busy. I don't care. We got paid. Translate it now. He goes, fine. He walks around, goes sits over here, and just starts reading this book, and like on the following blank pages, like writing the translation.
Yeah.
So he's over there. That's gonna take him a little while.
Yeah, that's valid. I mean, I really want to like go see what the kitchens are like here. If this is the shitty type of sandwich they got, but I feel like that's even more of an invasion of privacy of this shitty town.
Ono just came in and stuck her nose in everybody's business.
Mm-hmm. Kinda. Alright, yeah, so you guys have this tavern, this inn.
I would probably after my one-track mind goal of getting that done. I'd probably go over. I'd be like, "Oh, hey, look," and I'd poke and be like, "It's those guys."
Indeed. It is
Wonder
those
what they're
guys.
doing here. Wait, did we know what they were doing here and I just forgot?
You heard that they were heading towards Bazozan, but you haven't spoken to them since they saved all of your unconscious selves from drowning underwater.
Right. Well, let's go say hi.
We partied with them a little, did we not?
A little
Yeah.
bit, but
Yeah.
you guys partied more than you talked, so
That's
Yeah,
how
no,
we
we didn't-
roll.
that's how we roll.
Even with each other.
Yeah. So
If you want to go say hi, that's cool. I'm gonna come up and ask this person that, just say that I'm looking for our friend. I was wondering if he had got a room, or
what's your friend like?
I describe Naf.
Oh, yeah, that dude, yeah, he's bought the whole room out to himself. Says that two of his friends might stay. I don't know, one might have to sleep on the street, something like that.
Oh,
I don't know.
Pose gets a look.
Oh.
Damn.
You have more than one room, or no?
Yeah, we have 3, but each one has 6 cots in it, so.
Let's see. We can have cots, Pell.
Oh,
Don't.
just so you know, like I told him, I will rent all of the cots unless you buy the whole room.
No, I understand.
Oh,
That's
well, he's up there. Up, they basically say up the stairs and the first door to
Alright.
the left. So.
all right.
Okay.
There is no need for anyone to be sleeping in the street, Pell. Unless you prefer that, in which case I
No.
do not judge.
You
don't
wake up to a
trust me,
gaping
I-
mouth. They're trying to
I
get you in your
don't
sleep.
prefer that.
That's fine.
I'd much rather be sleeping in a nice cot than on the streets.
That's fair.
Likewise.
Um,
Although outside is better than inside.
Naf, go ahead and roll a perception check,
Okay.
just to see if you hear them downstairs.
See if you hear Ono yelling about sandwiches.
You hear someone yelling really loudly about bad food, but you can't quite make out with your door shut who it is. But you know there are more people downstairs. Some very loud people, and you know.
Okay. I think at this point, Naf's just gonna take out another little piece of wood and begin carving another statue.
Okay. All right. So you're up there. Go ahead and give me a woodcarver's tools check for whittling.
What do you want me to use, sir?
We'll say use dexterity. And you have proficiency, I believe.
I am proficient in wood carvers. I picked that up with my last feat.
12? Alright. It's not great. You haven't really been whittling much before, but I mean, you're making okay progress. You didn't break the wood or anything. It's starting to take the shape of what you want it to. You don't know how detailed you're going to be able to get it, but it's early on in your whittling career, so, you know,
Okay.
everybody's got to start somewhere.
It doesn't look good. The first one might have been a bit better.
It looks
the-
like
the
if
first-
Gumby... It looks like Gumby's horse from the show Gumby.
Okay.
Looks like that.
Well,
That's
the
a
first
right
one,
there.
the first one I carved was of a horse. The second one that I'm carving, with the 12, it doesn't look the best, but it's beginning to take the shape of a dragonborn bard.
Ooh.
Oh.
Alright. Cool. Alright. So you're up there carving some wood. Ono make their way over to the group. Carrie and Pell, what are you guys doing?
Do you want to go up and see Naf if he's there, or?
I thought I might. I also was wondering if we perhaps wanted a meal. I feel also that I am going to send some drinks over to those four. We know them, sort of.
Okay.
We know them a little bit.
How do you know?
So, oh, if same, Alex. Um, we took part in a contest, and we fought. No, we were against them, and we
Interesting.
won. But we would not have won if they had not helped us.
It was a contest and you were against them, but they helped you?
Yes, it's a bit complicated. I you Ono might be Ono might like to tell you the story.
Uh, maybe.
But perhaps you could wait and when I get back. We could both so that it does not look like you are just trying to get her to
Yeah.
talk to you.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good idea.
All right.
All right, so you're just gonna hang out, kind
I'm
of.
gonna order some
Okay.
food and to get drinks sent over
Okay.
to that back table.
Okay. All right, so you order food and whatnot, and then Pell, what's your plan? Are you hanging out? Are you going somewhere in particular?
I'll just hang out with Carrie.
Okay, cool. So you'll get some food and then
Yeah.
go from there. Okay. All right.
Well, I'm gonna go check on Naf before,
Okay.
food gets set out just to see if he wants to come down and eat.
All right. Are you going up there with to Naf's room with Carrie Pell, or are you staying down here?
I'll stay down here.
Okay. All right. So, Carrie, I'm just gonna put you like here and say that you're outside the door because that's like upstairs basically. And Pell,
Yeah.
you can sit wherever you want,
Yo, okay.
even by the hot librarian tiefling lady if you want.
Of course, by the hot
Hey.
library.
I actually bought that
Hey.
seat. I actually bought all the other seats in the tavern.
Go outside to the steps.
God damn it.
But hey,
Getting done dirty, bro.
there's a very nice stoop outside that I did not buy.
No, come on, man.
Soup kid.
I bought you a
stoop.
room. I bought you a room at the stables. You love your horse, right?
Oh,
Wow.
of course, of course.
That is
Thank
true.
you, I appreciate it.
I'm gonna say too that you guys dropped off at the stables and put your horses at the stables.
Yeah.
By the time you got to the infirmary, or else they're just wandering the streets getting killed. So or getting stolen. All right.
Getting
So
absorbed.
getting absorbed. So Carrie, you go up to the first room on the left, whose door is currently shut. But if you can try and listen and see if there's anybody in there, or you can just knock on the door, or you can do whatever you want.
Well, I think I would have asked which room.
Yeah, she told you
Yeah.
the front left,
Right.
the first door on the left.
So I'll just knock gently.
Nah, if you hear a knock on the door.
Naf?
Um,
Naf?
Naf, without really looking up from his current project, would just respond, it's unlocked.
Right. I will go ahead and poke my head in.
All right. You see.
And he's
Naf.
just sitting on one of the cots, whittling a little figurine.
This is funny. So 2 out of 4 of the party whittle things. Now it's good. We can bond over it. Naf, we are all downstairs. I just ordered some food. Would you like to come eat?
I'll be down in a bit. I got a little sidetracked, and he kind of grabs the wooden carving of the horse to kind of show it off. This is what he got sidetracked with.
Oh, I'll come all the way into the room. Say, that is very good. Is this to remember your horse?
Yes.
I am sorry. We have not really had time to talk about that, and I am sorry.
It's okay. He got me from point A to point B. He was a good horse.
He was indeed. Um, do you want to find another, or
I don't mind walking for a while.
well, we can share. We can share mine. We can take turns. Or at the same time, it is strong.
That would be okay.
You know, that is not what I do my carving for.
I just started learning it.
Oh, I am not very good at it. And she shows Naf her bracelet, and it just has at the moment a little charm of like a very crudely carved bear.
In kind of return of, this doesn't look great, but here's also this thing that doesn't look too great. He shows off the current project he's working on, and you see a very beginner's carving of what you could make out to possibly be a wooden version of Greenie.
It is our friend.
Yeah,
It's Greenie, yes?
yeah, that's right. Uh,
I
something
recognize it.
something to also remember him.
Yes. I like this. I like this. This is a good idea.
Uh, Thank you.
Well, I will leave you to it. And oh, also the other, what was their name? The other team.
Oh, yes, them. I saw them when I came in.
Yes, they are. Not all of them, but some of them are here. I have not talked to them. I think Ono was going to. I did send them some drinks. I figured, we owe them a few more drinks probably. But anyway,
Yes, I'll be down in a few.
all right.
This room is ours.
Ah,
I bought it. Um, I don't. I'd rather not have more people, so
I
I just
understand.
bought all the beds.
Well, there are more beds in the other rooms if you'd rather be by yourself.
No, it's fine. It's why I bought the room.
All right. Thank you. Well, I got dinner, so next time I get the room.
He just nods his head and kind of goes back to Whitlin, the little greenie.
Alrighty. So Carrie will go back downstairs.
All right, you make your way downstairs. So when you went up there, Pell, did you just sit down beside this tiefling lady? Just start chatting her up?
Uh, sure, yeah.
I mean, that's up to you. You don't have to. That's just where
Yeah,
you put
no,
yourself.
no, for sure. Of course.
So you see this tiefling lady wearing what look to be just like very simple monk-like robes and whatnot, with these library glasses on. This is what she's wearing, but she's a tiefling, so she's wearing that.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Damn.
but she is a tiefling with glasses, big black bushy hair with curls just everywhere. Her horns are probably a solid 8 inches on both sides, and these big copper framed big old glasses. So
Oof.
hi, hello, hi.
Hey.
Who are
Hey,
you?
how you doing?
Oh, I am I'm doing well. Tell me you feel it too. She says with a grin.
Uh, no.
She stands up on the table, gives a little bit of a bow, and says, "My comrades don't, but I do. The history surrounding this place, the romance of heroes fighting against impossible odds, sacrificing everything for the sake of defending the world, all done for people who would never know them, never think of them, never be able to thank them, simply because it was the right thing to do. And ages later, we now see the Aurora Watch somehow doing the same, and they don't even know it." And then she sits back down and looks at you, smiling wide-eyed.
Yeah.
Everybody notices this.
Hell's jaw sort of drops and it has like a look in his eye like, this fish sort of crazy.
Have you never? Do you not know about the cyclical nature of history? The mythic resonance?
Oh, this is Carrie's jam.
No.
You don't you don't know about the mythic resonance? This phenomenon? You don't know?
No.
All right. She pulls out a sketchbook, wham, slams it on the table, and just like spins it open. She is making a big show. This. The four of the other party seem to just like just scoff and kind of ignore. Oh no, you definitely know what's happening at this point. Carrie, you are seeing the tail end of her giving her table performance and getting back down off of the table.
Did I hear her say mythic resonance?
Oh yes, you did.
Oh hell yes.
So
right over.
There's, I wholeheartedly believe that the acts of monumental courage leave an impression on the world, and it lingers after all the memories of it have faded. I theorize that this has occurred here in Bazzoxan, and that the ancient battles of the Calamity are still echoing here today. As she blows her hand through her sketchbook, and you see that there's just picture after picture after picture of her drawing battles and sketches and her theories into like artistic form. You see that there is a sketch of an island bathed in moonlight of Kath and Rudius, both of them being full, with the island covered with trees, marble pillars, and crystal shards, resembling the final chamber in the Emerald Grotto. Do you guys want to see more of these pictures?
Yes, please.
Also,
I'm assuming that I can like hear this person over here, and I just like look to the
yes.
party, and I'm just like the four other people, and I'm like, does she do this all the time? Is this normal?
Dermot, he goes, yes, but don't worry, we know what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw ourselves deeply into the precepts of the Luxon to keep ourselves safe, so we don't die, so we don't get damaged. And he turns back and he just goes on a religious zealot-based tirade of the Luxon and why it's important for his party to now follow all of his religious precepts. And they're looking at him like they are stuck in a conversation that they're just gonna let him go off on. But yes, she has been doing this, he says.
So when you speak of mythic resonance,
oh yes,
are
what's
you
your
speaking
name?
of? Hello, I am, and I give my air name.
Oh, great. My name's
But you
Question.
can call me Carrie.
Oh, my name's Question. Nice to meet you.
Question?
Yes, that is my name.
That seems very appropriate.
Yes, because life is full of them. But there's only one of
Yes.
me. But there's no real answer, is there?
Not really. Or if it is too big for us to see anything other than a small piece of it.
Yes. That's very wise. Very wise. Very wise.
So when you speak of mythic resonance, is it the idea that that events in time in the past continue to occur because of the scope, the depth of the importance to time itself?
Maybe. But when speaking about mythic resonance, I'm more of speaking about the, when something happens centuries ago, and then it comes around and it happens again, and it repeats itself over and over, and leaves impressions that linger all through memory. That's what I refer to as mythic resonance. It's like the cyclical nature of history. So yes.
I see. So,
and that people are doing the same thing as those in the past for the same reasons, but they don't even know that they're doing it. It's all connected.
Indeed. Yes. It is like the dance of the stars. It is too great for us, for a single person to understand the whole pattern, but it repeats itself and repeats itself.
Dance of the Stars. I like it. Flips to a blank page, writes Dance of the Stars at the top, and quickly sketches out some stars and two like stick figures dancing, and then flips back.
Carrie never got to that final
She
room where the vestige was, right? So she wouldn't
correct.
necessarily have any association with the
Correct.
drawings.
Correct. But then she um so here's another one of my drawings, and well, because everyone always wants to know where I get the inspiration from. Um, I base my drawings on research that I conducted at the Archives of the Cobalt Soul in Ank'Harel, where I've been for the past 5 years. So here's this one again. I know you probably didn't see it, but this guy, what's your name again? You never told me your name. Guy who just sat down beside me and just wanted to see my things.
Yeah. My name is Poe.
Oh, nice to meet you. Yes, that is correct. Until you walk over and look at the drawings, you do not see them from where you are, because it's just like a notebook. But you're more than welcome to go join that table whenever you want. Just move yourself over there.
I mean,
and that's how
I want to talk to these people, but I can't converse. I can't make you do two conversations at the same time. So but I don't want to awkwardly ditch them and then come back to them. So I'm just gonna say that I'm over here.
Okay. All right. You do see that between them talking to each other, that they are acting very different from the last time that you saw them. You see that, when you first when you first meet someone, you have that first impression. And for them, they were more like happy-go-lucky. They were very boisterous, and outgoing, and very much ready to go out and adventure, and they were real confident in themselves. Now, just the way that they're carrying themselves, you see that they feel like they are coming across and looking like they're being weighed down, and there is a different quality to the tone of their boasts and how they talk to each other. You see that this one down here, Galsariad, from before that they were fairly sarcastic in the way that they would talk to their friends, just as like their friendly nature they're just sarcastic. But now, as you just kind of sit here and observe, because I assume you're kind of like sitting in a chair rather than just awkwardly, or you could just be awkwardly standing right there, but you're within obviously earshot and talking distance. But his sarcasm has become more of like demeaning and insulting towards his friends, and it's almost like he's insecure. You see Shaggy, who was pretty outgoing before, seems to be more withdrawn. It seems that the atmosphere of Bazozan, or just generally being here, he's looking like he's a little paranoid, like he's feeling kind of oppressed, and that he's just not a fan of this city. You've seen Dermot, this the person who you know to be cleric-like, as you saw him combat using some like religious fights and whatnot. He is becoming more like religious in how he is coming across. He's wanting people to now. He's like really trying to press his religious precepts on his fellow party members. And you can see that Ao, the leader, is just kind of sitting there trying to maintain a balanced outlook. But you do not see Maggie, the orc who you arm wrestled.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I feel like we're down a person, but I couldn't remember who we were down.
Yeah, Maggie the orc. You don't see her in here. She's just not in here right now. That's all.
Yeah, like if I bring her up, are they like? Do they just say like, "Oh, she's not here," or like?
Oh yeah, if you bring up Ao, the ranger water ganassi, she's like, yeah, she's she said she had to take care of something. I don't know. She
She in Bazozan?
Yeah, we're all here in Bazozan. It's just.
I mean, I figured because we're all here.
Yeah. How was your guys' journey here? Ours was not enjoyable.
I mean, ours wasn't great. We lost one of ours, but just because he felt like leaving, not because he died or anything. But it was. I mean, it wasn't uneventful, but it was fine. But what happened to you guys on your way here? What brings you here? I feel like we didn't really get to talk that much last time, but you guys seem like real nice people.
Um, when you say that, Galsariad goes, huh, real nice those people we actually care about. To you.
Wait, what?
That's
I'm
what.
confused.
Oh, so as you say that to Ao, Galsariad, the guy who's becoming insulting and mean, says, "Yeah, we're real nice to people we actually care about and are friends with."
Mhm.
And then Ao just kind of snaps a look towards him and gives him this looks like, "Really? What is wrong with you?" Um, but as you guys, or as you're talking to them a little bit more, she's like, "Well, we, we wanted to go and try an adventure, and we heard that Betrayer's Rise is not a good place, and that they need help to fix whatever the issue is there. That there's a lot of evil stuff in there. So we figured, since we believe ourselves to be fairly capable, that we could come and help out. So that's kind of what brought us here. Um, why are you guys here? Same thing, maybe, or just in general?
Honestly, Esther forgets why we're here. But I feel like Oh No kind of is mostly just here for the ride anyway, like even if she did know why we were here.
Ono knows that you're
Um
here because of your jewel, and that you can get more information about it here.
oh yeah,
They
that
also
thing.
know about your jewel, because
Yeah,
they
that's true. They also know about
yeah.
yeah, we're here to try to talk to some people about, you know, stuff.
About your
But
and she just kind of, without saying it, she says about your, and kind of like waves in your general neck upper chest area,
and I'm
seeing
like,
your
my
gold chain.
boobies? No.
I mean, you can talk to anyone about those if you want to, but I'm
my
talking about
turtle kitties.
you know, you know the thing, that you won.
Yeah, just we're kind of curious about it, I guess.
Have you
I don't
asked
really
around?
know. You know, we haven't actually had the chance to yet. We came in and we were immediately attacked by some things, and
Oh yeah, we made short work of those guys, but still. Ugh.
yeah, they were gross. I didn't like. I mean, I don't even think they hurt me, but like,
Oh,
they weren't nice.
I took some hits, and let me tell you, ugh, don't do it. It's gross.
You know what also was gross? The food here. I'm gonna see if I can get us something decent for breakfast. If you stay in the night,
Yeah, we'll probably be around. So,
I will. You know, ask for me in the morning. I'll make some extra breakfast for you.
all right. Well, good to know. Well, we have some things that we need to discuss as far as our
Yeah, I'm
our
sorry. I
group is.
didn't mean to like
No, no, no,
intrude.
no, no, no.
I
You're fine.
wanted to say hi. And
Yeah, I'm
besides,
sorry.
this guy is a little cranky today. I do believe he is good people.
Yeah, he's in a mood. He only gets like this when he's scared. So, and he looks at you. I am not scared, and then goes back to like just preaching to everyone who's clearly not listening to him, but they're used to it. That's just kind of him. When he gets scared,
Mhm.
he preaches. So,
Oh God.
but yeah,
It's okay. When I get scared, I get angry. So we all deal with things in different ways.
that's fair. When I get scared, I get wetter. As you see, I sweat a lot, so I just sweat more. I felt the need to
What?
I felt the need to follow up and
What?
clarify what I said.
What?
Yo.
uh,
Calm
I felt the need
What?
to move forward and clarify what I was saying immediately.
Wait,
What
as soon,
happened?
as
Karen,
soon
What
as
did I
that
miss?
going
as
back
soon as that came out of my mouth, I regretted it.
What did I miss?
Um,
What
Some
I miss?
people getting better when
basically,
they're
I
scared,
said
bro.
that Dermot, when he gets scared, he preaches, and Ao, the water ganassi, said that when she gets scared, she gets wetter. To which I had to very quickly
Oh.
say that she sweats more because she is a water ganassi. So she does.
Listen, listen.
Listen,
I don't
people
kink
get off
shame.
on different things. I'm not gonna
Exactly.
judge.
Exactly.
There's like a total of 3 things I would judge, but that's fine.
Yes. Well, now that I am sufficiently embarrassed, I'm going to go back to our conversation. So I think you should go find your friends, Miss Ono.
Yeah, just look for me for more for breakfast. I mean, I'll look for you, but you know, it's we look for each other and we'll get you fed.
Sounds.
And I'll head over.
All right. As you make your way over to, I
Going
assume,
on over here.
the table where
My-
Carrie and Pell are.
My
Oh no.
roll 20. It'll
That's fine. I gotcha. You're breaking up a little bit too. But
show a nice side.
oh no, you are breaking up some, and I don't know But oh no, let's see here. Oh yeah. So you get over there and you see that she is flipping through her sketchbook and showing Pell and Carrie some pictures. And as you are flipping through some of the pictures, you see again the island bathed in moonlight of Kath and Rudy as both full, with the island covered with trees, marble pillars, and crystal shards that resemble the final chamber in the Emerald Grotto, to which, Ono, you recognize that as the Emerald Grotto. You also see that as they flip to the next page, a rough drawing of what appears to be a more elaborate version of the Jewel of Prayers. It's larger and has 3 delicate spires inlaid with stones. I think this is important. I think this is probably something to do with the calamity and something to do with divergence. I'm not quite sure, but I feel like this is connected to this island in some way. I don't quite know for sure. But then, she flips up to the next page, and you see this is the rubbing of a symbol that depicts a long-haired woman peering into the distance. And the 3 of you can all make religion checks for me. 1 and a 6.
I would like to use luck.
Okay.
Fine.
That's really
Fine. Fate says I know nothing.
That's really funny. You do recognize the other 2 images, though. Like I said, one of them looks like that chamber in the Emerald Grotto, and one of them looks like a more elaborate version of what you're wearing on your chest. But with a DC 10, you know this to be the holy symbol of Evandra, the Changebringer. And she explains, I took this rubbing from a wall carving in Betrayer's Rise. Yeah, I snuck in, I got it, and I got out. I like to go back there sometimes, but I gotta be quick, fast, in a hurry. There's also, do you speak Undercommon, Carrie?
No, I do not.
All right. Well, there is a little ballad written in Undercommon. This is a little piece of music I wrote. To give you the gist of it, it's talking about an unnamed, quote, halfway god, end quote, a champion who was given so much power by 3 of the prime deities during the calamity that he became nearly divine himself. And this sparks a memory in both Carrie and Ono for the vision that you guys had.
Right.
So, and then she's like, I'm sure I'll get more images as we go. I'll draw more things. I'm very excited to draw things and learn more stuff, and, you know.
Where did you say you went into Betrayer's Rise and you found this? Where exactly?
In one of the rooms.
Had you gone very far in, or?
I went far enough in, to see it and to get it.
Have you done any more studying about this half god? Halfway god.
No. I went with my expedition into Betrayer's Rise, and I took this drawing, and then I came back.
And where is your expedition?
They're around. They like excitement more than introspection.
Insight check.
Do it. You can very much tell that she's hiding something. Badly, but she's hiding something.
Did you need to roll a 22 to know that she was hiding
No.
something?
You just had to
just
roll
wanted it
an
confirmed.
11. So-
I just wanted to confirm it.
Yes.
Carrie, Carrie's been sitting down and she just kind of leans forward. She's got her arms crossed on the table and she just looks at her. She's not saying anything. She just kind of tilts her head
Yes.
and then she says, just after a pause, "So, where are they now?"
Ooh, you know, I don't know. They haven't come back yet. I hope they'll make it back out, but you see, so we all went in to the entrance. I saw this symbol, and so I took a rubbing of it as one does with things that are interesting, archaeologically speaking. Yes, yes, yes. Why wouldn't you, right? It's fun. It's exciting. It's what you do. So yeah, I took that. Um, but I can't go back. It's when I was taking the rubbing of Evandra, I heard voices calling to me, which in fact were not mine. I have lots of things that I hear, but these voices were not mine. They nearly caused me to run away screaming, um, but, but instead I may or may not have faked that I was sick, and I came back to town, and I promised my group I would make the next trip inside, and they continued on without me. I don't know where they are. They haven't come back. So, yeah.
What what were the voices? What was so scary? What were they saying?
I don't even remember. I tried to forget it. They just sounded terrifying. And it was not my voice, and so it was immediately concerning. And they were. I don't remember what they said. All I know is it was terrifying, and I decided to fake like I was sick and run away. So
I see.
it's not a good place. Betrayer's Rise.
This is certainly the picture that we have been getting.
Yeah.
So what is your do you have a reason other than knowledge to be here? What was your group's goal?
Um. Well, mainly they they are all about the excitement. I want to be learned, and do more things, as far as like gaining more knowledge. But um, my my friends are more of the adventure and excitement over knowledge and introspection. Um, I am trying to figure out if I think Betrayer's Rise holds additional power. Um, there are things called vestiges, that I've read about in bits and pieces here or there, but I think, and I'm not sure because I obviously can't prove it because I couldn't go down there, that there's something to do with one of them in Betrayer's Rise. Um, but I don't
You
know.
couldn't go down where?
Into Betrayer's Rise. I could only make it
Ah,
to the entrance before I
I see.
feigned sick and I ran away.
I see. I thought you meant someplace in particular, but
No,
just
no, no, no.
Betrayer's Rise in general.
Yes, yes. It goes deep into the mountain.
Ah,
I could not bring myself to go there. But yes, I believe there is something related to the vestiges down there. A lost vestige, maybe. I don't know its true nature. I don't know. I believe there was some type of jewel that was imbued with godlike power or divine power during the calamity. and I think some residual power or residue of that imbuement is in there.
I see. That would be powerful indeed.
Yes. But yeah, that's kind of what we were doing. So
Well, thank you for sharing your art. You're very good.
thank you. I appreciate it. As you as you start to what feels like the natural wrapping up of the conversation, both Ono and Carrie. Ono, as you're specifically not making eye contact with anyone, you kind of you feel this sense of being watched. And as you kind of look over out the corner of your eye, you see kind of like they seem like they were in this bigger chair, and they kind of like keep sticking their head further and further up over the edge of the chair. You see there is this um, this woman, this gaunt figure in scarlet robes that keeps like sticking their head over the edge of the chair. You can see these big elf ears just kind of like trying to get closer and closer without making it obvious that she's eavesdropping. So you notice her. So, and then Carrie, as soon as you see Ono's eyes kind of drag that way, you kind of do that thing where like you stretch and you look around your
Clocking this
back.
conversation about what is clearly partially what we're here for,
Yeah.
but like I don't trust this like wide open
Right. Yeah, not at all.
face. I just want that on the record that it's not just me being like
Yeah.
doopy doopy doo ignoring.
But yeah, you kind of see where Ono looks for a second, and you do that whole thing where like you do the stretch and the yawn, and you look around you, and you look over your shoulder, and you see the same.
Yeah, I'm just like popping my back.
Yes, you see this woman who's very actively eavesdropping. Probably you don't. Your passive perception's not high enough.
I'm so oblivious to what's going on around me.
You are enthralled by this librarian-looking monk tiefling lady who's just got this picture book in front of her, and Naph's still whittling away.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
since
Nap
I
got
have my
sidetracked again and is just working on more wooden statues.
so
Like clocking that we're being watched and listened to and everything. Ono's gonna ask like, and how long did you say you were gonna be in town for, or how long your group was here for?
Well, we were mainly just gonna go and explore, and however long it took, it took. We didn't really have like a specific time frame when we were gonna leave. Like I said, I spent the last 5 years at the branch of the Cobalt Soul at Ankarel, so getting away from there is a nice retreat. Even though this
Are
city
you gonna
is
be
not
staying
great.
the night?
Yeah, I'll be here for a while.
Well, maybe tomorrow you could join us for breakfast. You know the place, the food here ain't great, and
You're right, it is
I
terrible.
I dabble a little bit in cooking, and I'm at least planning on making something edible for my friends and our acquaintances over at the other table. So maybe you could join us then
Yeah,
if you wanted to.
absolutely. You might want to clear it with Prima Demona, though. Her and Derez will very much not like it if you just go into their kitchen without paying them for use. So,
We'll negotiate.
okay. Well, I'll be here. And
your
she,
theories
I
are
imagine
very
like Ono's backup plan is to just light a fire in her room, and I feel like it's a terrible backup plan.
that's funny.
your theories are very interesting. I hope that your further experiences in the field are safe and productive.
All right. Um, yeah, as you guys do that, you see that this elven woman wearing red rolls out from around the chair and just walks right up to you and plants down right at this table.
Damn. Oh.
And this is the
Well,
first
that's
time you've
basically
seen.
what you did, so...
Right. And this is the first time you even notice them, pal. They just bam. So now you have this very energetic artsy tiefling who just started talking to you when you sat down with her. Now you have this other elven-looking lady who just popped out. And you're like, oh no, I'm being surrounded by all these people. All right, let me get right to the point. I need your help. I'm gonna pay you to be my escorts. 50 gold apiece. Not you. And she points at Question. You, you're too much of a scaredy cat. But you, I want you to work for me.
Whatever for?
Well,
Is that why you was eavesdropping on us this time?
oh, 100%, yes. There's an ancient prayer site deep inside of the rise. And based on what I know from, well, what she told you, I think the mission would be beneficial to you and me.
You don't even... What do you think that we can do to help you?
Be my bodyguard to keep me alive, obviously.
How do you know that is something we can do?
I don't, but I'm willing to pay you 50 gold, and if you die, you die.
I mean, I just kind of like point at like the battle axe that's strapped to my back.
Yeah, see,
I mean, I'm not exactly subtle.
she gets it. She knows.
I mean, I don't know how subtle you guys are, but like, I know I walk around with half a dozen weapons strapped around me in various places. Maybe
Well,
not half a
that-
dozen, at least 3 or
Currently
4.
wearing heavy armor right
Yeah.
now.
That is fair.
All right, if it
I
makes
do have a stick.
if it makes you feel better, I'll tell you my name. How about that?
That is a good start.
Oh wow! You
Uh,
could tell us any name you wanted to, really. So
well,
we
that's-
would have no clue.
Well, that's a lot of work. I'm not good at making up names. My name is Aloysia Teflin. Or Telfin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good at making up names. I don't see the point. I'm very blunt, to the point. I tell you what I want, I get what I want kind of person.
So
Yeah.
we hear that you didn't get what you wanted the first time.
No, I didn't. Well, basically, yeah, I got hurt, and I had to go get healed. But that's not secret knowledge. Yeah, those guys, yeah, I don't know how well they did. But I will pay you 50 gold each to come with me. Because I'm looking for a crimson material called ruidium.
Blood? Oh, not blood. I was gonna say we know a guy who knows something or two about blood, and that's crimson sometimes.
That's interesting. But it's supposed to be a mineral infused with the power of Ruidius. So, you know how we find it?
What is it used for?
It is used for stuff. That's all you need to know.
I see. Stuff.
Good stuff, bad stuff, nondescript stuff, food, putting up your butt, like what kind of stuff we
These
talking
are
about?
all excellent questions.
You know, they are excellent questions. It's supposed to be infused with the cursed power of the Red Moon, so I don't know. Depends on how you want to use it. Could be good, could be bad. I guess you could put the
If
mineral up
it's
your butt.
cursed, if it's cursed, I'm not quite sure if you can say it could be good, it could be bad. This seems like if it is cursed,
I
it
don't
is
know.
bad.
You could be cursed with being very voluptuous, and is that good or bad? It depends on how you look at it.
I would argue that
Yeah.
it could,
Not
being pretty
really
voluptuous can solidly be both good
cursed?
and bad.
I don't know. You get back pain. That's part of the curse.
That is true, but
But also, you can get a lot of other things from a lot of other people. So that's the good. You can be both good and bad. Depends on how you look at it. Are you a glass empty or glass half full kind of person? Really depends on what you're looking for.
Carrie just turns to Pal. Carrie just turns to Pal and says, "You know those little, the rodents that you can keep as pets, and they have the little wheel, and they just run.
Yep. Yep.
Yes, yes. The brain just run.
That's exactly what I'm feeling. Have we seen many other adventures in this town, or what looks to be adventures, or were they all like military?
No, you've basically seen the 4 who are in the corner who very much look like adventurers who Ona went and talked to.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I wanna. My thought is I had this thought, but my brain hadn't formulated yet. Why don't you go ask them?
I
And I
did.
like bump back.
I did, and they turned me down before I got halfway through my first sentence.
Yeah.
And why did they turn you down?
I don't know. They were depressed, I guess. There was a bigger lady with them who threatened to break me in half, and I very much believed her.
Oh,
So,
I like her very much.
Would
yeah,
you believe that I could break you in half?
you're not as big as her, so I believe you could very much hurt me. But no.
I would like you to know that I beat her in an arm wrestle.
She must have been having an off day or something. But
Well, fuck
Uh,
you.
I appreciate that you're probably
I
very
want more
strong.
than 50 gold.
Alright, how much you want?
I want to know
100.
what you're going to do
Roll a
with these
persuasion check.
Can,
DC 13.
guidance.
Okay. Sure, 100 gold. That's it. 100 gold a person. With just the three of you?
Oh,
four.
I mean,
We,
Four.
Okay, deal.
if we do this, there is 4 of us, but I want to know what you're going to do with this material. I'm not going to just help you make cursed weapons or something.
Well, um, hmm. So like I said, I'm looking for a material. You can. You got slighted and you got double your money.
Mhm.
You haggled it up by being slighted.
it worked in my favor.
It does.
Mhm.
It does work. Um, basically, I I want to get it, and I want to take it back and give it to the people that I work for because the mineral, while I have no use for it personally, I am on the fetch quest to get it because of the folklore attached to it. I work for a group of folklore aficionados, and yeah, there's some things that they told me which sound very interesting, and they told me to go collect this material. So here I am. So
Wait, why are you by yourself? If, like,
I was with other folk, but they died. I think I don't know. They went down into the rise with me, and I got away, and they didn't. So I don't know where they are.
you're telling us that you've already tried this and everyone else died, and so now you want us to go
They
die with you?
they looked much weaker than you. They seemed to just be run of the mill people.
Oh, sure. Now I look stronger than them, but before I was weaker than the other person who I beat in a goddamn arm
A
wrestle.
plus B does not equal C. A plus
It
B and
does
B plus C does not
sometimes.
equal. You are smaller than this larger lady who threatened to break me in half, but you are stronger and bigger than the people I had before. Both of those facts can be true. Exactly. So,
I think Carrie's just making popcorn at this point.
so what else can I tell you that will make you other than the fact that we're gonna double the rate that I was offering to pay you? What else do you want to know?
Folklore aficionados.
Yes.
I have known, in fact, very closely, I have known people who are interested in folklore and they generally collect words.
Well, we do collect words, but we also collect minerals and things that the folklore refers to. It's aka treasure hunting, but folklore hunting.
Hmm. Inside check.
Go ahead. She seems like what she's telling you is the truth. She believes that what she's telling you is correct.
All right.
There's no indicators that she is not telling you what you're asking.
Gotcha.
But if it'll make you feel better, I can give you the information I was given before they sent me here. If you want
I
some of
think
the
it would
folklore.
make me feel at least more informed.
Okay. So she opens up her side satchel and parses through the papers that are in there and pulls out um, a list with just a few different bullet points on it, and she puts it in front of you. And these are kind of like her notes that she wrote based on what she was told. Just so she'll hand them and you guys can read them. But the first one says that fragmented historical records tell of an unidentified hero of the Calamity who hailed from the lands of Wildemount. He was born under the full moon of Ruidus and wields the Vermilion Moon's power. So I'm also going to just post them in here too. So here's the first one. The next one says that this hero participated in climactic battles across the continents of Wildemount and Marquette, including the battle at Betrayer's Rise. Then, as you continue reading, it says the hero died in the battle at the Betrayer's Rise and was brought back to life as a vengeful revenant by Avandra the Changebringer. And then the final note on in her little piece of paper says that the hero wore a pendant that contained the power of 3 gods, and this pendant is the key to acquiring the Ruidium that her organization seeks. So that's her thoughts based on the information that she was given.
So, it sounds to me like we can't help you anyway. If there is some piece of jewelry that you need to get this ruidium, then what is the point of going down there?
Well, the mineral is also very important. The mineral itself, we believe we can get without the jewel, but there's also a rumor that the jewel is also down there, or a portion of the jewel is down there. And I was informed from my collective that we don't believe that you need the full jewel to acquire the ruidium. You could do it with a piece of it. Having the full jewel would be great, but you know, there's nothing as far as we can tell that requires all of it, just a portion of it. And we believe there's a portion of it hidden in Betrayer's Rise, and that's how we can get the material. So it's kind of a twofold trip. See if we can get the ruidium without it, and if we can't, try and find, hopefully, the jewel that's down there and acquire them both. So.
You know, we have several, how do you say, burning irons. So, I think that we need to consult with our other companion, and perhaps you can find us in the morning and we will tell you what we have decided.
Well, excellent. I will be back first thing in the morning. I'm going to collect my things and go finish my drink then. So I hope to get a positive response. And she nods you farewell and picks up her stuff and goes and sinks deep into her chair. And then after a couple of minutes, you see that she gets up and departs from the bar. And then Question, who was sitting there this whole time, goes, "Huh. Well, that was weird. And kind of rude, actually. But, you know, whatever."
Sounds similar to some of the things that you were saying.
Yeah, it does, in a way, but I don't know who that is, so, yeah.
You know,
But it sounds like there's a lot of good stuff in Betrayer's Rise if you are brave enough and strong enough to get down there.
I think that job is a good idea, and that we should take it. 100 gold apiece is nothing to scoff at.
Absolutely not. That's like a year or more's worth of like living expenses right there.
Yeah, that's something that would be very nice to have.
Hell, Question.
I'm not opposed to it. I just don't really know if I trust him.
That too. Pell and Question, please forgive my rudeness. I don't know any other way to do this. I need to take Ono and go speak to Naf, just briefly. We will return shortly. Ono, please come with me.
Ono, like, briefly hesitates, like, why aren't you including him? And then, like, realizes why we're not including him, like, and also is like, wait, I'm supposed to be mad at you, but, like, has this, like, brief moment of hesitation of, like, oh, yes, right, that. and is like, we'll be back.
Okay.
Pel, can I draw you? I'm gonna draw you.
Like
Flips
one
the
of your
book over
French girls.
and starts drawing. And so she's gonna get a +3. 22.
Oh shit.
She is.
Art portrait.
She's like drawing, but at the same time as she's drawing, she's like looking at her drawing, but also puts a hand right on your face and starts feeling like all the crevices and all the like the jaw lines and everything of your face and your hair, and every now and again will look up. But she's basically like feeling your bone structure and like going ahead and just drawing it using her. You feel this weird sensation from her hand as she like maneuvers over your hand, and it's almost like something on the inside of you is stirring. And then she says, "Don't, not that." She's like, "Don't worry. It's the power of ki. I'm channeling my ki through you to be able to draw your face better." So,
Nice.
and she
Of course.
She puts it right onto, and as soon as she finishes the black and white, she starts shading it with some grays, and then starts using multiple colors. Like this thing, and then by the time they get back, she's gonna hold it up, and it's gonna look like you're looking in a mirror.
God damn.
Yes. So the
Would
two of
you
you
like-
arrive up at NAFS.
Would you like me to make some woodcarvers checks for what I've been
Sure.
working on?
Yeah, go ahead. You can just do two, one for each, and they'll just be same thing, Dex.
That's the first one. I'm not looking. I don't know what I got.
Mm-hmm. 16 and a
Oh,
natural
shit.
20 plus 5.
Okay. All right.
Those two are looking real good.
Yes.
All right, so you guys get up to NAF's place.
And I just knock on the door and then just walk in.
You see
Just
Naf
a
pedaling
mom
away.
move.
He's sweating and got some sweat on his brow, but making some good progress.
Yes. Now, hold on. We need to talk.
As you guys enter, before you can even continue, Naf kind of sits up, wipes his forehead and says, "Oh, good, it's you two," and walks over and places something in Carrie's hand, and then places something in Ono's hand.
Oh,
Who's gonna get the natural 20? Who you guys
That is Ono,
Okay.
because that was the second one that he was working on.
That looks like a perfect replica of Ono.
So yes, if you look at it, there is a little wooden statue of Carrie and a almost exact replica wooden carved statue of Ono in your hands.
oh. Oh my.
Ono just
Math.
starts like tearing up a little bit.
This is. You are. It's. You are. It's as if you just keep getting better by the moment.
Sorry, I said I would come down in a few minutes, but I got sidetracked again.
Oh, I understand. I I do that all the time. When it comes to my star charts. These are beautiful.
Oh, thank you. And then he sits down and kind of says, "So, what were we talking about?"
Oh, Carrie's
no,
been
like- oh, no,
completely
like-
sidetracked. Oh, yes, I think, I feel a little bit bad not bringing Pell up, but I think we need to talk about why we are here and what you are wearing, Ono. I don't even want to say what it is here.
Ono like initially like looks down at her like outfit and is like, "What the fuck?" Like, oh right. Like, I thought it looked really cute today. Oh right, that yeah. Mhm. She's still having a moment.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to express anger at this moment, besides at herself, and so therefore doesn't know how to express her emotions.
So Carrie is going to just real quick catch NAF up on these conversations that they've been having downstairs and this idea of this halfway god and this idea of the power that might be present in the fact that, you know, if anybody knows that we have this vestige, it puts a target on us for a variety of reasons. And I am also expressing that, I mean, no matter what Aloysia, is that how we say her name?
Her name is Aloysia.
Aloysia, sorry. Aloysia
Sorry, it's a weird name.
thinks about her employers, I feel like there's something sketch about this organization. So, like, if we take this job and go down there and they find out about the fact that we have this jewelry, this necklace, that I feel like that's putting us into a lot of risk. So we need to think about what we're doing aside from, you know, the desire to be here and rescue what seems to be this halfway god, maybe a revenant, maybe a lich. What the heck's happening?
Yuck, gods. Yuck.
Yeah. I mean, change bringing is one thing, but turning someone into a revenant seems rude.
I mean, it depends on, I guess, whether or not you want to be one.
That is
But
a good.
Naf has a very, very big look of awkwardness on his face, considering the spell he just learned. All right, let me unprepare that one. Rhymes with schmaminate schmed.
Look, Ono's cool with it as long as you have consent.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Well, hey, I can also learn Speak with Dead.
Yay! That would be handy, I feel
I
like.
probably won't ever use it to actually get consent to raise someone. But, you know, I have it.
Yeah. No, okay, so Alex, I'm trying to remember if when we had these visions, did we feel like... I'm trying to remember if we actually have, like, a compulsion to help to find this dude.
We just don't care at all. End of campaign.
So the last thing that the voice said to you was "Save me, please."
Right.
Yeah, I think we were just trying to be good people.
Here's the exact wording of everything in that vision for the three of you, if you feel like reading it all. But that's the whole thing from.
Boy, that is a lot of stuff again.
Yeah, but that's all of it, just so you can have a recap of what it was, so you don't have to dig through like 9 sessions worth of stuff. But that's what it was. So.
In the heart of a temple of evil. Oh. Is this the temple of evil?
Yep.
Maybe. It seems like it.
Oh.
Seems like it could
okay. I prayed to the Changebringer in the heart of a temple of evil. All right. Making the connections now after multiple sessions.
Yep. But yeah, so that's as you recall, that is the
So we've got these 3 gods with the influence on this, and he was in fact fighting against the betrayer gods, right? At that battle.
Seems to be.
Yeah. But has this weird, possible, who knows whether the power of Ruidus is good or bad at any given time.
Well, you know from experience that is not always great, because you guys were cursed by Ruidus on the way here.
Right.
For a little
bit. It's kind of that
Ruidus can be a bit of a bitch.
Yeah, no, it's that whole kind of what are you using the power for kind of deal.
Yep.
And it's like, so we don't know why Evandra brought him back as a vengeful revenant, vengeful against whom, right? But the Moonweaver is involved. You know, he's calling, so I'm like a little bit sympathetic to that. Anyway, it's complicated, guys.
What? This isn't a black and white, things are clear sort of scenario?
I know.
No!
The hell.
And you know from your conversation with the guy at the wall after the other two left, there is another religious person in town who might have
Yeah.
more information, but
Right.
you don't know until you go and if you even want to
Right.
go talk to that guy. But you know where they are.
I do.
So I'll assume that
So-
you basically expressed between the two of you everything that's happened for the day so far with Naf, and just kind of recapping everything that's happened, so that you were all on the same page with all like
Yeah.
knows the information that Carrie knew, Naf knows everything,
Uh-huh.
and then Carrie, you know that that one person has passed. So you know, you guys all know everything that's been going on.
Right.
So. Except Poor Pell. Poor Pell doesn't know
Yeah.
about the
I'm
additional
just sitting
gardener guy
here.
getting painted by a
Okay.
question.
And I mean, that's another one of our questions. Pell did come here with us. I don't know what his intentions are now. I suppose we need to find out, and then we need to think about how much we want to tell him, or is it fair for him to be along with us and not know how dangerous this could be, aside from all the dangers that are present in Betrayer's Rise, just going there.
Betrayer gods.
Hmm.
This is out of character. This is just me speaking out loud. Betrayer gods. He wasn't, because he became one. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. That's
The person
crazy.
you're thinking of never actually became one.
No, he's classified as one, but he wasn't one during the time of...
During the calamity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is classified as one in the books. Or in the Critical Role book.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. He's an option.
Option.
But he grew and became one rather than started off.
Yep.
Does anyone not know what we're talking about as we say he?
I don't
Because I feel like
think
Y'all are talking
Moon
about.
does.
No, I got no clue.
Moon has no clue.
oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay, cool. I was just like, wait, are we being cagey?
Being
Or-
cagey.
Maybe I should whisper about it.
Whisper. There you go.
I'm just like, I feel, but no, it's all good. It's like if we have any reason to be cagey, I'm down to be cagey. But I'm like, wait, don't we all know what's going on?
I'm just not saying it just because.
No, sir.
It's fair.
I'm not saying it just because.
Just because.
I
Just
mean,
because.
in character, I don't think I know shit. But I think out of character, I know shit.
Out
you
of
know?
character, you know 100%. I'd be surprised if he didn't.
There you go. But anyway.
I do not know how to explain it, other than to say I feel the stars are right for Pell to be a part of this. I do think that he should be able to know at least a little bit of it.
If he's a part of this, then he's a part of this. I'm not sidelining him.
Well, the room is ours for the day and night. I bought the entire thing.
And so I do want to go speak to this fog home, and I do feel again that if we talk to Captain Thales, that might give us more information, some more help.
Where are we in this day?
It's like afternoon.
I was gonna say, I feel like we have a lot more that we could
Yeah,
theoretically do this
because you
day.
guys got
Yeah.
to the gate, because you ended up camping because you're about 4 hours away, last night.
Yeah.
And you guys camped for the one last night, so you didn't have to push into the night. And then you got up in the morning, you had breakfast, and you got here like late morning. You had the whole fight, made yourself into all the stuff, and so it's past lunch. So it's probably like 2 or 3 o'clock at this point.
Yeah, we had a late lunch.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You fought
I've
some
been
So,
inviting everyone
aberrations.
for breakfast, but there's
yeah.
still totally dinner that we have to get through. Got it.
Uh-huh.
Well, we have things to do. So what do you think? Do I go get Pell? Do I bring Pell?
If you want to invite him up, I don't mind.
If he's coming with us, then I think we have to decide we either trust him or we don't invite him.
I think that is wise. I will go get him.
As you make your way down down the stairs, you see this very attractive tiefling with glasses whose hands are just all over Pel's face, and they're just drawing. And as you get to the bottom, she's just like flicks you right in the edge of the nose, and then signs her form, and she's like, done. And look at that, and it is like looking. If you hold it up beside Pel's face, Carrie, it literally looks like you're looking at twins.
That is astounding.
That's crazy. You could make a giant living off of this.
I mean, I could, but it's just kind of a side hobby. Is there a Mrs. Pell?
There is a Mrs. Pell.
Well, that's a shame, but I respect boundaries and I respect marriages.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you being a someone for me to draw.
I mean,
Would you like it, or would you like me to keep it?
if you're offering to give that to me, I would be glad to take it.
Yeah,
That-
absolutely.
it's
And
so cool.
you see that with a little spark of flame from the tip of her finger, she just burned the edge of the paper where you would rip it, and then just like cinches all the edges so it looks and kind of crimples it so it looks like an old portrait that has been kind of aged by flame, and holds it up and kind of heats it from beneath and makes it look like it's weathered, and hands you this very weathered looking, fantastically done portrait. So,
That's so cool. Do you want do I need to pay you or something?
no. It was fine. Just getting to draw people who are, well, who look like you is always enjoyable. So
I mean, I really appreciate this.
I'm sure your wife will also appreciate it. So,
Yeah.
but if you're ever both back in town, and I'm happen to be here, feel free to look me up.
Of course. I don't know if we'd ever be
Pell
here again.
Pell
but-
and Mrs. Pell? Carrie is interrupting.
Yes, you're
I
welcome to
see.
join if they join too. So
I see.
yes, well,
I admire your spirit.
I mean, you only have one life, right?
This is not necessarily true.
I mean, you're right, but you only have one life before you have another life. So, you know.
I think that might also not be true, but I understand where you're going with that. I do.
Yes.
You only have one life at a time? Question mark.
I guess unless you clone yourself, you have more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be going. I have some things I need to do. So I need to go check the infirmary and see if my compatriots have returned. Hopefully, they're not dead.
I hope they are not.
So it was
Really good
wonderful.
meeting you.
And if you happen to make the foray into Betrayer's Rise and you find interesting things, please take rubbings or acquire things so that I can pick your brain later.
Of course.
She gets up, kind of gives you a weird bow, and her glasses kind of they fall off her face, but you notice now there's a chain at the end of them, and she goes ah, and like stumbles as she falls over and picks them up, and very quickly with her monk-like ability, just kind of rolls and puts them back on her face. She goes, "We're good," and then just walks out the place.
Love her. I love her so much.
Same.
It's taking it's taking everything in me not to just like trust her implicitly, but I can't.
Why? She's innocent. She's just a
I
studious
want
monk.
to know.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta get Pell and Mrs. Pell too.
I am into this. So
Ono does not know. You must explain to Ono, but not right now. You can do it in the privacy of
Yes.
your own time.
when she's older,
Jeez,
I will
Lord.
explain it
Jesus.
to her.
All right, so you grab Pell and you
I'm
go
always
upstairs.
saying that to your characters.
When you're older. That's funny.
All right. And I I do ask that you forgive me for leaving you out. We had some matters to discuss.
I understand. Don't worry about it.
But we would like. Would you come up and talk with us? We have some decisions to make, and we would like your input.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right.
This is a small ass room, goddamn.
Well, they're actually bigger than that, but that's just the room that this map has. So I just found the first tavern map I had at hand, and this one looked like it worked out pretty well. So you guys can all fit in the room, no problem. It's got 6 cots in the room. So
I'd like to, like, before we start talking, just kind of like do a very bad check of like, are there any obvious two-way mirrors or like holes in the like? Are there obvious peeping places?
there
that-
are, I will tell you, there are no mirrors in here. There are some windows that you can see outside from. The floor feels kind of rickety and a little ramshackle, but this room isn't like bugged or trapped or anything like that. It looks like it's barely taken care of. So
Cool. After we shut the door, I'd like to like not necessarily take it off, but like take the chain out and like kind of like show it in my palm.
yeah, you take out this chain and you see. Let me see if I can just get just the one picture. So this is what it looks like as it's pulled out. So that's what you see now.
I mean, I don't know if this is necessarily where we want to start, but I'm pretty sure this is what that lady was looking for. I mean,
That is okay.
It is
That's
not where I would have started, but as always, oh no, you get us to the heart of the matter.
that's the thing that they want.
they were talking about it.
We have it. Okay.
They were also talking about other things they wanted with it, I think.
It is interesting that you say we, hell, as that is part of what we wish to discuss.
Ah. Okay.
We're breaking up with you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
This is an intervention.
We brought you up here so we could tell you to get the fuck out.
Ah.
We just didn't want to do it in public. We have come here for a reason. It becomes more and more clear that it's going to be very dangerous. We do not know at all what will happen, but we do have this object. We do not know what your purpose is in coming here. But if you wish to go along with us, we want you, we want you to. But we felt it was important to know before you decide.
Yeah. I mean, I've I've never really had like a full-on adventuring group, you know. And so I think this is a pretty cool experience, and seeing as I also don't have a job right now.
I mean,
if
technically you do. You could get paid 100 gold to help that lady with us.
that's what I'm saying. If I mean, even if it's gonna be a little bit dangerous, I mean, I'm sure we could handle it.
I think it's going to be very dangerous. And I have absolutely no interest in giving this artifact to that woman or to the people she worked for.
The only people I'd be interested in giving it to is, I guess, you guys, if none of you thought you could use it better. But it's mine. I like it. But
I'll give it to you, but it's mine. I'm keeping
Mm-hmm.
it.
Well,
I'm trying to say in character my
No,
point that I've made a couple times,
I
which
know.
is I don't actually need to hoard it, but
I just think it's
I like
funny.
the AC boost.
That's all. I think it's fun. And you get to be invisible and do lights.
Yeah, there are other cool features. I'm just saying, for the record, she would share if needed, but it's mine.
okay.
And Carrie
Well,
is going to go ahead and tell Pell about the vision that they experienced of Elixion and how it, seems to, and as you can hear, it is very similar to the things that we are learning from Question
yeah.
and from other people here, which to me lends weight to it.
So, do you want to take this job to see if you can find this person?
I I don't know how I feel about this job. I I believe I am going to go down there one way or another. I don't want this artifact out of our hands, and I don't know. I have just an itch. An
I
itch
don't
that
want to
if
tell them that we have it,
yes, and I'm
which
afraid.
means I'm gonna try to use its stuff beyond the
So,
fact that it makes me feel harder to hit.
so why don't we just ignore the job and just go in ourselves?
But we could get money for the thing we were
Ah,
gonna do anyway.
I do need this money.
I don't have a ton of money.
and you're taking a job by someone you can't trust. Isn't
But
that the
it's
point of this conversation?
now if it's a lot of money. Like that's a big payday right there. If he's a little bit untrustworthy, I'm okay with that if it's for 100 gold.
I do not wish to downplay your need because I do not sense greed. I feel it is honest needing to live.
Yeah.
But I feel this is very, very this this is the calamity. This is a matter of the gods. And I feel that we are drawn here for something bigger than we can perhaps comprehend right now. I am afraid to lose any sort of benefits we have just in pursuit of a side venture. I It is possible that taking the money, taking the job maybe will give us resources to get down there, but I will tell you that if it comes between saving this man or providing this other person with just ruidium to use for who knows what, then I am going to turn my back on the job.
Oh, I'm pretty sure me too. To me, it comes down to if we can do both, we do both. But I would rather pick people over money.
Okay.
Unless we feel like we can't do both, in which case it'll just be real awkward. We'll say, peace out, no, and then she'll find another group of people to follow us along 10 feet behind. It'll be like earlier today when we said bye and then realized the direction we had to go was the same place. It was real awkward the entire time.
Okay. Well, it's pretty reasonable that we should save this person. How about we just go along with the job as far as possible, and if shit does go down, then we can choose whether we could save this person instead of doing the job. Sounds good to me.
Nav, what do you think?
If we take this job just to turn around and spit it in their face, how can any of us be considered trustworthy ourselves if we don't even trust them?
I don't think this is like some sort of if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else kind of situation. I think you know, not trusting someone doesn't necessarily make you untrustworthy. Although I do understand your point, but I feel like the only way, if I don't trust this person, I'd rather keep my friends close and my enemies closer. If I don't trust this person, I'd rather not have them be 10 feet behind us, as I said, with another group of people potentially coming straight after us in the same direction.
I know bad people when I see them, and if we don't
Well,
trust this person and we're going to accept the job just to betray them, then I will go into the betrayer's rise myself with no gold in my pocket.
Okay.
I thank you, Nav.
Should. Okay. So,
Hell,
yeah.
are you in dire need?
No. No, I'm good for a couple months.
Because if you are in dire need, I will give you what is in my pouch right now, and you may go find work that you wish.
No, 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 no. I'll be okay for a bit. You don't gotta worry about it.
But what Nav has said has has spoken to me.
Okay. I if you guys don't want to take the job, but still want to go, and you still are cool with me coming with you, I'd be glad to join along.
Oh no?
I think it's settled then. I think we go.
Very good. Then I pray that we are about the work of the gods in a manner that is worthy.
Okay.
So, just so I know, your plan is to go into Betrayer's Rise, but not take the job to escort her there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is perfectly fine. She still has the invite for breakfast for tomorrow.
Mhm.
You can start going down that way anytime you want, or you could tell her to her face you're not doing it. You can do that if you so choose, but you have the rest of the afternoon and evening today to decide your plan of action on that front. If there's anybody anywhere else in the town that you wish to talk to, I'll pop you back over on this map real quick. Just some places of interest that you have discovered thus far. So up here you have those smokestacks that you haven't been to. Over here you have that spiral little church that they talked to you about, and then over here, B4, is the actual barracks where Captain Hotboy is. So, and then up here is how you get to Betrayer's Rise. You go up that way past the other sacrifice engine.
I mean, I want to go talk to Captain Hotboy today, if that's a possibility.
Yeah, 100% is a possibility.
I'm gonna roll another woodcarver's tool to see how my next statue that I was whittling while we were all talking comes out.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Pretty good.
At the end of the conversation, Naf kind of puts his tools down, looks at his do wood carving, and then kind of just with a like a half smile, just pockets it for himself.
All right.
Any of us see what it is as he's doing it?
I don't know. Do you try and hide
With my
it really quickly?
9 passive perception.
I mean, he's not necessarily hiding it, but I like the idea of some checks because
Alright,
it's
sure.
fun.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand versus whoever wants to try and see it can roll perception.
Versus what?
Perception
What are we rolling?
Your perceptions versus his sleight of hands. All right, you got to beat it. You got to beat 20 and 24 or 10 even.
Well, let's see.
Sleight of
Well, I got a +2.
So everybody checks out except Pell sees it.
Okay.
This is on brand.
Yeah, it is a little wooden figurine, robed figure. The details in the face are kind of hard to make out, but it kind of looks like a self figure of
Right.
Naf, but it's a bit off to fully be Naf.
All right.
Gotcha.
There you go. Cool. So we got enough time left for like one quick jaunt to one of these spots. Do you have a particular spot you want to go to? Because you've already B1 was the entrance, obviously.
Mhm.
And B3, 7, and 6 you guys have been to. So it's 4, 5, and 2. If you want to go, if you even want to go to them, you don't have to. They're just there. If not, you guys
Where was
can.
the captain?
He is in B4 because this is the barracks. This whole section here is the barracks. So it's up to you. And you guys have all you've all smelled it and you've seen the smoke coming out of this thing up here. These are your barracks down here, and then Carrie knows about the spiral temple over here.
I'm good with going to talk to Hot Captain.
What the hell is the sacrifice engine again?
That's where they would push people down, pull a lever, and spiral blades would basically zoodle them.
Zoodle?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say zoodle?
I did.
I
Gross.
love that word.
It's a real word. Zucchini
Zoodle.
noodles.
It is.
Gotta zoodle 'em.
Zoodles.
Zoodle?
I had zoodles just the other day.
They're zucchini noodles. They're zoodles.
Zoodle.
Are you googling it?
Also, Zoodle PC is a 3-minute walk from the Temple of Olympian Zeus.
Jesus.
If you need that information, Zoodle is a
I
real
didn't
place.
know I did,
Thank
but
you.
I'm glad I have
Thank
it.
you.
It's 3 minutes. It's right next to the Acropolis Museum.
Hashtag
Damn.
trivia.
Alright.
Hashtag Hotel Trivago.
Hashtag we all need to meet up there someday.
We all need to
Ooh.
go to Zoodle PC by the Acropolis Museum.
Jesus.
This is like a
Alright, guys,
spy,
meet you there.
thing. Yes, I'll be
Well-
the one with the rose between my teeth.
Well, with that, where do you guys want to go right now? Bazos.
I want to go to Zoodle PC. Is that in Bazazan?
It is not.
Can it be in Bazazan?
It can be at the bottom of a turned-on sacrifice engine if you want.
Yes, please
Oh.
make it a place, Alex. You're the DM. You can do
Time
what
to
you
jump
want.
down the
This
sacrifice
looks
engine.
like a Zoodle.
You guys can go to the Zoodle over there if you want.
What's P5? What was P5?
Everything
The
is a
dilapidated
Zoodle.
temple.
Oh, okay. The dilapidated Zoodle.
There you go.
And then
Des-
B4 is
The
Hot Man,
The
B1's
Dezoodalated
Gate.
temple.
The Dezoodalated Temple.
Fun fact.
Can we be Team Zoodle?
I was just typing
down.
that. Oh.
You guys want your name to be Team
Can
Zoodle?
we be Team Zoodle?
The Zoodles?
I vote Team Zoodle.
I would like to argue that we should be the Zoodles.
Okay, the
but,
Zoodles.
like,
The Zoodles.
yeah, I like the vibe of the Zoodles, but like I'll go with Team Zoodle if that's what everyone else wants.
I like the Zoodles too. I feel like we're gonna be represented by Muppets
We're-
at some point.
We're like the Wiggles, but we're
Yes!
the Zoodles. Okay, can we confirm it now that we are the Zoodles? That is our team name.
Wow.
You know, it feels like this is the team that is gonna save the world.
I vote one vote for Team Zoodles or the Zoodles from me.
I will also vote for the Zoodles.
I will vote for the Zoodles.
I will vote for the Zoodles.
We're the
Yes!
Zoodles.
We're
Well,
the
if you guys go back onto the campaign page and click refresh, it no longer says
Nah.
Wildemount/Netherdeep campaign.
We're
Oh
the
my
Zoodles.
God.
Now says the Zoodles.
Oh my god.
I love you so much.
The Zoodles. You guys are officially.
Wait, where are
the
we
Zoodles.
looking?
If you just
Oh
go
my
back to the
God.
main campaign page and hit refresh on
The
D&D Beyond, it'll say
Main-
the Zoodles.
Oh, on D&D
my
Beyond.
God.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I was looking on Roll20.
Mm-mm.
I'm a proud.
We're
Oh
the
my
Zoodles.
God.
Yeah,
We're
we are
proud
proud Zoodles.
I'm
Oh
so
my
content.
god.
I don't even
Does
care what
this
else happens.
mean that our
tonight.
badges are gonna be zucchinis?
They
Oh,
better be, and I love it.
we are the Zoodles. We need to form a band. I don't care that none of us are bards. We need to make a band.
Yeah.
It could be Greenie and the Zoodles.
Well, instead
Oh
of
my god.
oh yeah,
Oh
yes,
God, I feel like everyone in my house has just been awoken right now, and I can't even be mad about it.
we are. This is how this session ends. We are the Zoodles.
I mean, I'm
Oh
okay
my
with
God.
that. That's a good ending, I think. So.
Fuck
Yeah,
the captain,
we'll get to other stuff
we'll
later, Alex.
we'll get the
team-
hot captain
The
next
team
time.
name has officially been decided on. A bunch
Oh
of
my
sessions
god,
in,
it's a big moment.
and you are
It's a big
officially
moment.
the Zoodles of Bazozan.
The Zoodles.
Oh my god.
Yo.
But with that, we'll pick up in 2 weeks.
The Wildemount Zoodles.
Listen, guys, this is my first D&D in my new house, and
And you just got christened the Zoodles.
I know it's like it's a big night.
There you go.
Hell yeah,
Hey.
the Zoodles.
And with that, the
Fun.
Zoodles will restart or rejoin their stuff later on in 2 weeks when we come back. So